The Murders in the Rue Morgue. What song the sirens sang, or what name Achilles assumed when he hid himself among women, although puzzling questions, are not beyond all conjecture. Sir Thomas Browne. The mental features discoursed of as the analytical are, in themselves, but little susceptible of analysis. We appreciate them only in their effects. We know of them, among other things, that they are always, to their possessor, when inordinately possessed, a source of the liveliest enjoyment. As the strong man exults in his physical ability, delighting in such exercises as call his muscles into action, so glories the analyst in that moral activity which disentangles. He derives pleasure from even the most trivial occupations, bringing his talent into play. He is fond of enigmas, of conundrums, of hieroglyphics, exhibiting in his solutions of each a degree of acumen which appears to the ordinary apprehension preternatural. His results, brought about by the very soul and essence of method, have, in truth, the whole air of intuition. The faculty of resolution is possibly much invigorated by mathematical study, and especially by that highest branch of it which, unjustly and merely on account of its retrograde operations, has been called, as if par excellence, analysis. Yet to calculate is not in itself to analyze. A chess player, for example, does the one without effort at the other. It follows that the game of chess, in its effects upon mental character, is greatly misunderstood. I am not now writing a treatise, but simply prefacing a somewhat peculiar narrative by observations very much at random. I will, therefore, take occasion to assert that the higher powers of the reflective intellect are more decidedly and more usefully tasked by the unostentatious game of draughts than by all the elaborate frivolity of chess. In this latter, where the pieces have different and bizarre motions, with various and variable values, what is only complex is mistaken, a not unusual error, for what is profound. The attention is here called powerfully into play. If it flag for an instant, an oversight is committed resulting in injury or defeat, the possible moves being not only manifold, but involute. The chances of such oversights are multiplied, and in 9 cases out of 10, it is the more concentrative rather than the more acute player who conquers. In draughts, on the contrary, where the moves are unique and have but little variation, the probabilities of inadvertence are diminished, and the mere attention being left comparatively unemployed, what advantages are obtained by either party are obtained by superior acumen. To be less abstract, let us suppose a game of draughts where the pieces are reduced to 4 kings, and where, of course, no oversight is to be expected. It is obvious that here the victory can be decided, the players being at all equal, only by some recherche movement, the result of some strong exertion of the intellect. Deprived of ordinary resources, the analyst throws himself into the spirit of his opponent, identifies himself therewith, and not unfrequently sees thus, at a glance, the sole methods, sometime indeed absurdly simple ones, by which he may seduce into error or hurry into miscalculation. Whist has long been noted for its influence upon what is termed the calculating power, and men of the highest order of intellect have been known to take an apparently unaccountable delight in it, while eschewing chess as frivolous. Beyond doubt, there is nothing of similar nature so greatly tasking the faculty of analysis. The best chess player in Christendom may be little more than the best player of chess, but proficiency in whist implies capacity for success in all those more important undertakings where mind struggles with mind. When I say proficiency, I mean that perfection in the game which includes a comprehension of all the sources whence legitimate advantage may be derived. These are not only manifold but multiform, and lie frequently among recesses of thought altogether inaccessible to the ordinary understanding. To observe attentively is to remember distinctly, and, so far, the concentrative chess player will do very well at whist, while the rules of Hoyle, themselves based upon the mere mechanism of the game, are sufficiently and generally comprehensible. Thus, to have a retentive memory and to proceed by the book are points commonly regarded as the sum total of good playing, but it is in matters beyond the limits of mere rule that the skill of the analyst is evinced. He makes in silence a host of observations and inferences. So, perhaps, do his companions, and the difference in the extent of the information obtained lies not so much in the validity of the inference as in the quality of the observation. The necessary knowledge is that of what to observe. Our player confines himself not at all, nor because the game is the object does he reject deductions from things external to the game. He examines the countenance of his partner, comparing it carefully with that of each of his opponents. He considers the mode of assorting the cards in each hand, often counting trump by trump and honor by honor through the glances bestowed by their holders upon each. He notes every variation of face as the play progresses, gathering a fund of thought from the differences in the expression, of certainty, of surprise, of triumph, or of chagrin. From the manner of gathering up a trick, he judges whether the person taking it can make another in the suit. He recognizes what is played through feint by the air with which it is thrown upon the table. A casual or inadvertent word, the accidental dropping or turning of a card, with the accompanying anxiety or carelessness in regard to its concealment. The counting of the tricks, with the order of their arrangement, embarrassment, hesitation, eagerness, or trepidation, all afford to his apparently intuitive perception indications of the true state of affairs. The first 2 or 3 rounds having been played, he is in full possession of the contents of each hand, and thenceforward puts down his cards with as absolute a precision of purpose as if the rest of the party had turned outward the faces of their own. The analytical power should not be confounded with ample ingenuity. For while the analyst is necessarily ingenious, the ingenious man is often remarkably incapable of analysis. The constructive or combining power by which ingenuity is usually manifested, and to which the phrenologists, I believe erroneously, have assigned a separate organ, supposing it a primitive faculty, has been so frequently seen in those whose intellect bordered otherwise upon idiocy as to have attracted general observation among writers on morals. Between ingenuity and the analytic ability there exists a difference, far greater, indeed, than that between the fancy and the imagination, but of a character very strictly analogous. It will be found, in fact, that the ingenious are always fanciful, and the truly imaginative never otherwise than analytic. The narrative which follows will appear to the reader somewhat in the light of a commentary upon the propositions just advanced. Residing in Paris during the spring and part of the summer of an undisclosed year in the 1800s, I there became acquainted with the Monsieur C. Auguste Dupin. This young gentleman was of an excellent, indeed of an illustrious family, but by a variety of untoward events had been reduced to such poverty that the energy of his character succumbed beneath it, and he ceased to bestir himself in the world or to care for the retrieval of his fortunes. By courtesy of his creditors, there still remained in his possession a small remnant of his patrimony, and, upon the income arising from this, he managed, by means of a rigorous economy, to procure the necessaries of life, without troubling himself about its superfluities. Books, indeed, were his sole luxuries, and in Paris these are easily obtained. Our first meeting was at an obscure library in the Rue Montmartre, where the accident of our both being in search of the same very rare and very remarkable volume, by means of a rigorous into closer communion. We saw each other again and again. I was deeply interested in the little family history which he detailed to me with all that candor which a Frenchman indulges whenever mere self is his theme. I was astonished, too, at the vast extent of his reading, and, above all, I felt my soul enkindled within me by the wild fervor and the vivid freshness of his imagination. Seeking in Paris the objects I then sought, I felt that the society of such a man would be to me a treasure beyond price, and this feeling I frankly confided to him. It was at length arranged that we should live together during my stay in the city, and as my worldly circumstances were somewhat less embarrassed than his own, I was permitted to be at the expense of renting and furnishing in a style which suited the rather fantastic gloom of our common temper, a time-eaten and grotesque mansion, long deserted through superstitions into which we did not inquire, and tottering to its fall in a retired and desolate portion of the Faubourg Saint-Germain. Had the routine of our life at this place been known to the world, we should have been regarded as madmen, although perhaps as madmen of a harmless nature. Our seclusion was perfect. We admitted no visitors. Indeed, the locality of our retirement had been carefully kept a secret from my own former associates, and it had been many years since Dupin had ceased to know or be known in Paris. We existed within ourselves alone. It was a freak of fancy in my friend, for what else shall I call it, to be enamored of the night for her own sake, and into this bizarrerie, as into all his others, I quietly fell, giving myself up to his wild whims with a perfect abandon. The sable divinity would not herself dwell with us always, but we could counterfeit her presence. At the first dawn of the morning we closed all the messy shutters of our old building, lighting a couple of tapers which, strongly perfumed, threw out only the ghastliest and feeblest of rays. By the aid of these, we then busied our souls in dreams, reading, writing, or conversing until warned by the clock of the advent of the true darkness. Then we sallied forth into the streets, arm in arm, continuing the topics of the day, or roaming far and wide until a late hour, seeking, amid the wild lights and shadows of the populous city, that infinity of mental excitement which quiet observation can afford. At such times I could not help remarking and admiring, although from his rich ideality I had been prepared to expect it, a peculiar analytic ability in Dupin. He seemed, too, to take an eager delight in its exercise, if not exactly in its display, and did not hesitate to confess the pleasure thus derived. He boasted to me with a low, chuckling laugh that most men, in respect to himself, wore windows in their bosoms, and was wont to follow up such assertions by direct and very startling proofs of his intimate knowledge of my own. His manner at these moments was frigid and abstract. His eyes were vacant in expression, while his voice, usually a rich tenor, rose into a treble, which would have sounded petulantly but for the deliberateness and entire distinctness of his enunciation. Observing him in these moods, I often dwelt meditatively upon the old philosophy of the bipart soul, and amused myself with the fancy of a double Dupin, the creative and the resolvent. Let it not be supposed from what I have just said that I am detailing any mystery or penning any romance. What I have described in the Frenchman was merely the result of an excited, or perhaps of a diseased intelligence, but of the character of his remarks at the periods in question an example will best convey the idea. We were strolling one night down a long, dirty street in the vicinity of the Palais Royal, being both, apparently, occupied with thought. Neither of us had spoken a syllable for 15 minutes at least. All at once Dupin broke forth with these words. "He is a very little fellow, that's true, and would do better for the Théâtre de Variété." "There can be no doubt of that," I replied unwittingly, and not at first observing, so much had I been absorbed in reflection, the extraordinary manner in which the speaker had chimed in with my meditations. In an instant afterward I recollected myself, and my astonishment was profound. "Dupin," said I gravely, "this is beyond my comprehension. I do not hesitate to say that I am amazed, and can scarcely credit my senses. How is it possible you should know? I was thinking of—" Here I paused, to ascertain beyond a doubt whether he really knew of whom I thought. "Of Chantilly?" said he. "Why do you pause? You were remarking to yourself that his diminutive figure unfitted him for tragedy." This was precisely what had formed the subject of my reflections. Chantilly was a quondam cobbler of the Rue Saint-Denis, who, becoming stage-mad, had attempted the rôle of Xerxes in Crébillon's tragedy, so called, and been notoriously pasquinaded for his pains. "Tell me, for heaven's sake," I exclaimed, "the method, if method there is, by which you have been enabled to fathom my soul in this matter." In fact, I was even more startled than I would have been willing to express. "It was the fruiterer," replied my friend, "who brought you to the conclusion that the mender of souls was not of sufficient height for Xerxes, et id genus omne." "The fruiterer? You astonish me. I know no fruiterer whomsoever." "The man who ran up against you as we entered the street. It may have been 15 minutes ago." I now remembered that, in fact, a fruiterer carrying upon his head a large basket of apples had nearly thrown me down by accident as we passed from the Rue C into the thoroughfare where we stood. But what this had to do with Chantilly I could not possibly understand. There was not a particle of charlatanry about Dupin. "I will explain," he said. "And that you may comprehend all clearly, we will first retrace the course of your meditations from the moment in which I spoke to you until that of the rencontre with the fruiterer in question. The larger links of the chain run thus: Chantilly, Orion, Dr. Nichols, Epicurus, stereotomy, the street stones, the fruiterer. There are few persons who have not, at some period of their lives, amused themselves in retracing the steps by which particular conclusions of their own minds have been attained. The occupation is often full of interest, and he who attempts it for the first time is astonished by the apparently illimitable distance and incoherence between the starting point and the goal. What then must have been my amazement when I heard the Frenchman speak what he had just spoken, and when I could not help acknowledging that he had spoken the truth, he continued. "We had been talking of horses, if I remember aright, just before leaving the Rue C. This was the last subject we discussed. As we crossed into this street, a fruiterer with a large basket upon his head, brushing quickly past us, thrust you upon a pile of paving stones, collected at a spot where the causeway is undergoing repair. You stepped upon one of the loose fragments, slipped slightly, strained your ankle, appeared vexed or sulky, muttered a few words, turned to look at the pile, and then proceeded in silence. I was not particularly attentive to what you did, but observation has become with me of late a species of necessity. You kept your eyes upon the ground, glancing with a petulant expression at the holes and ruts in the pavement, so that I saw you were still thinking of the stones, until we reached the little alley called Lamartine, which has been paved, by way of experiment, with the overlapping and riveted blocks. Here your countenance brightened up, and, perceiving your lips move, I could not doubt that you murmured the word stereotomy, a term very affectedly applied to this species of pavement. I knew that you could not say to yourself stereotomy without being brought to think about atomies, and thus of the theories of Epicurus. And since, when we discussed this subject not very long ago, I mentioned to you how singularly, yet with how little notice, the vague guesses of that noble Greek had met with confirmation in the late nebular cosmogony, I felt that you could not avoid casting your eyes upward to the great nebula in Orion, and I certainly expected that you would do so. You did look up, and I was now assured that I had correctly followed your steps, but in that bitter tirade upon Chantilly, which appeared in yesterday's Musée, the satirist, making some disgraceful allusions to the cobbler's change of name upon assuming the buskin, quoted a Latin line about which we have often conversed. I mean the line, "Perdidit antiquum litera sonum." I had told you that this was in reference to Orion, formerly written Urion, and, from certain pungencies connected with this explanation, I was aware that you could not have forgotten it. It was clear, therefore, that you would not fail to combine the two ideas of Orion and Chantilly. That you did combine them I saw by the character of the smile which passed over your lips. You thought of the poor cobbler's immolation. So far you had been stooping in your gait, but now I saw you draw yourself up to your full height. I was then sure that you reflected upon the diminutive figure of Chantilly. At this point I interrupted your meditations to remark that as, in fact, he was a very little fellow, that Chantilly. He would do better at the Théâtre de Variété.
This is the type of
Not long
faceless
after this,
animated
we
video.
were looking over an evening edition of the Gazette de Tribunal, when the following paragraphs arrested our attention. Extraordinary murders. This morning, about 3 o'clock, the inhabitants of the Court of Saint-Roch were aroused from sleep by a succession of terrific shrieks, issuing apparently from the 4th story of a house in the Rue Morgue, known to be in the sole occupancy of one Madame l'Espanaye and her daughter, Mademoiselle Camille l'Espanaye. After some delay occasioned by a fruitless attempt to procure admission in the usual manner, the gateway was broken in with a crowbar, and 8 or 10 of the neighbors entered accompanied by 2 gendarmes. By this time, the cries had ceased, but, as the party rushed up the first flight of stairs, 2 or more rough voices in angry contention were distinguished and seemed to proceed from the upper part of the house. As the second landing was reached, these sounds also had ceased, and everything remained perfectly quiet. The party spread themselves and hurried from room to room. Upon arriving at a large back chamber in the 4th story, the door of which being found locked with the key inside was forced open, a spectacle presented itself which struck everyone present not less with horror than with astonishment. The apartment was in the wildest disorder, the furniture broken and thrown about in all directions. There was only one bedstead, and from this the bed had been removed and thrown into the middle of the floor. On a chair lay a razor besmeared with blood. On the hearth were 2 or 3 long and thick tresses of grey human hair, also dabbed in blood, and seeming to have been pulled out by the roots. Upon the floor were found 4 napoleons, an earring of topaz, 3 large silver spoons, 3 smaller of métal d'argent, and 2 bags containing nearly 4,000 francs in gold. The drawers of a bureau which stood in one corner were open, and had been apparently rifled, although many articles still remained in them. A small iron safe was discovered.
I've never seen a worse wallpaper in my life. All those strangled heads and bulbous eyes and fungus growths seem to shriek with derision. When we came to this house, the minute I saw it, I made up my mind secretly to start writing again in spite of them. But I don't dare let John know I'm keeping this journal. It's difficult being married to a doctor. John's an excellent doctor, I'm sure, but he's so inconsistent about me. He says I'm not really sick, that I'm only a little run down from caring for the baby, that I have a temporary nervous depression. Yet he prescribes phosphates or phosphites, I don't know which, and tonics and exercise. And he absolutely forbids me to work until I'm well again. He hates for me to write a word. But writing is such a relief to my mind. I can write down things, tell things here that... No, John says I'm not to brood about those things. I confess they make me feel bad, so I'll only write about the house. I saw it for the first time today. It's the most beautiful place. John rented it for the summer, and we drove up today, a perfect June morning.
Look at this woman. Look at her right now. Toned.
Private Correspondence by Nicholas Stark.
I've had beef en croûte before, but never pork. What?
Pork. I've just noticed your necklace.
My Star of David. Oh, don't worry. It was a present from Graham, my ex. He's the believer, notionally, anyway. If anything, I suppose you could call me a lapsed Catholic. But the last time I went to church was when I was 11.
Just over 10 years ago.
Thank you, kind sir. More like 20, I'm afraid.
Was, Graham Jewish?
He still is. Last I heard, he packed up his job at the advertising agency, took the first available flight to Tel Aviv, and now he's living on a kibbutz, growing oranges and taking pot shots at passing Palestinians. Or whatever it is they do for recreation out there in the desert. I certainly wouldn't have thought that there would have been much scope for his favourite sport.
What's that?
Infidelity.
Oh.
What about you? I couldn't help noticing your ring and a photograph on top of the bookshelves tactfully turned to the wall.
We could do with you on the force. There's not much to tell, really. We married young, probably too young. The first few months were wonderful. Oh, I don't know. In those days, a young copper's job consisted of very long hours for very little pay. Not that things have changed all that much, of course. But even now, I can't work out what she expected being married to me. I don't think she knew herself. Well, whatever it wasn't to wait for me all alone in the police house, flipping through her glossy magazines, trying to pass the time until I got home from work. After 18 months, I came home from the graveyard shift and found a note sellotaped to the door of the fridge. Dear old Anne. She was never very imaginative about things. A couple of years ago, she married one of the directors of a big trailer rental company, and last spring they moved into a quaint stockbroker Tudor in Gwent.
Is she happy now?
Oh, I expect so. She's done what she's always wanted to.
What do you mean?
Married money.
Oh, come on. Aren't you being a bit hard on her?
No. No, I don't think so. Stuffed peaches? Or brandy?
I'd better not. I feel pleasantly mellow at the moment. Any more and I'll be drunk.
In that case, my dear, let me pour you a double.
Just more coffee, please. If I may.
Yes, I think I'd better join you. You know, this evening's the first time I've been home for 2 days. Murder inquiries have priority over sleep or a social life.
It's not that poor woman from the tower block out on Western Avenue, is it? The one who was stabbed to death?
It's the one. Mary Owen, 26 years old. The killing itself isn't the half of it. The press were only given an outline. Before he stabbed her, 45 times, he gagged her, tied her to the bed, burnt her with cigarettes, and raped her several times.
Oh, dear, sweet God.
Yeah, and I would be grateful if nothing I've told you finds its way into the papers either.
Martin, how could you? Have you ever read any issues of Femme?
No.
I thought not. Or you'd know how absurd your suspicions are. It's crammed with four-colour beauty adverts and deals almost entirely with either fashion stories or articles by American women detailing new techniques for achieving the perfect cosmic orgasm.
And what are your articles on?
And the Sunday I write reviews for does not deal with sensational, vicious crimes. Not down market ones, anyway. Have you got any leads yet?
Nothing.
Aren't things like this often domestic? You know, the husband, boyfriend, or someone else close?
Well, 9 times out of 10, the murderer is the husband, wife, lover, or a close relative of the victim. Makes you wonder what love and families are all about, doesn't it?
Was she married? Have you interviewed the husband?
Yes to both, but Mr. Owen has got a perfect alibi. He's in C Wing of Knox Road, halfway through a 2-year stretch for burglary. I nicked him myself.
Lover?
Surprisingly, almost certainly not. Seems she was content to wait for him. Oh, no. How she could stay loyal to a poisonous little rat like Trevor, I'll never know. He'd have traded her in for a bender any time if he was given half a chance.
What?
He's a suspended sentence. For the last 8 months, Mary'd been working nights in a bakery over Newport Way, but she'd taken Monday night off because the next day she was due at Knox Road to see young Trevor. Either the killer knew she'd be in that night, in which case it was someone pretty close, which I doubt, because all her family are over the water, and the few friends she did have seemed perfectly innocent. Or it was someone who picked her out at random, and it was her bad luck she took a night off from stuffing currant buns into cardboard boxes just to see a worthless lag of an old man. In which case, we're looking for a psycho, God help us. No. At this time of night, there's no way there can be anything but trouble. Boyd? Hello, George. You'd better be good. Yes. Okay. Get round as soon as you can. There's been another one. The woman was tortured, so it does look as if we've got a psycho after all. Well, I've got to go, Susan. Look, you've had quite a lot to drink. Not as much as I'd planned, I admit, but probably too much to drive back home to Kincoy tonight, especially with all the ice on the roads. Why don't you use the bed in the spare room? It's already made up.
You surprise me.
Well, I had hoped you wouldn't use it.
Do you mean your intentions weren't honourable?
Not entirely, no.
Okay. Thank you, I will.
Right. I'm going to be out all night, probably most of tomorrow, too. You'll find plenty of stuff in the kitchen for breakfast. If you don't feel like sleeping right now, you can always play with my new toy. I haven't recorded too many things yet. A few plays, a couple of films.
No Sweeney or professionals.
I don't like fairy tales. Oh, yes, there's all of Smiley's people. If you can understand it, can you leave me a note in the morning explaining it all?
I'll tape it to the refrigerator. Sorry. No soft porn?
Well, I've got a couple of Cities Home matches from the start of the season. They're pretty much ex-certificate stuff. That's for me. I'll ring you.
Bye.
God, bloody freezing. All right, George, let's have the details.
I've not interrupted anything, am I?
George.
Hey, it's not that bird from that posh Sunday he was chatting up on the phone the other day, is it?
I'd just love to see you call her a bird to her face. Come on, give it.
Dude, you old soul.
Come on.
Right. Body is female, mid-30s. Documents in the house at 9 Partridge Road identify her as Mrs. Sheila Williams, married with a couple of kids. According to the report that was phoned in, she'd been gagged, tied to the bed, probably raped. Doctor was on his way when I belled you, and she was badly cut up. Looks like this one makes a pair.
About the husband and kids.
I don't know, the house was empty. I expect we'll find out from the neighbours. Not much goes unnoticed around there. The local panda was going past in his rounds, saw the front door wide open and the hall light on. Thought it was a bit odd in this weather and had a look inside. Called in at 11:22. Oh, sorry, Gov. God, I hate urgent inquiries. Especially when it's brass monkey weather like this. Mrs. will be in bed now. Probably keeping that young git from across the road warm. You know, the one who drives the Alpha. Mind you, I'd quite look a crack at it. She's a bit stuffy. Oh, here we are. Scene of the crime. Oh, good. Terry Judd from Forensics is here. He owes me a fiver. Terry!
Can we take pictures now, Doc?
Just one more moment. Almost finished.
Evening,
Right,
sir.
it's all yours. Fine, you take these, please.
Yes, okay.
Keep that lot outside, will you?
Oh, dear God. Oh, Doc.
Jesus Christ.
Looks like someone's thrown a bucket of blood over the bed.
Bastard must have been carving slices out of her while she was still alive.
What can you tell us, Doc?
Well, she was killed with a knife.
Terrific. Wonders of modern science.
You mean not a hatchet or a cleaver?
Exactly, a knife.
Excuse me, sir.
What you got, Ray?
A letter, sir. Several, actually. On prison note paper from Knox Road. It seems our old man was inside. Same as the first one.
Right. I'd like all the usual reports on my desk as soon as possible, please. Come on, George. Let's get back down to Nick. Right. We've got some phone calls to make. You need to draw on your reserves of tact and charm, George, because we're going to be disturbing all those people who've grown used to snoozing through the night shift.
Oh, don't mention sleep. I'm knackered. Do you know when I started this duty? 6 o'clock Oh, God, yesterday morning.
No, I want a list of all the cons who've been released in the past, say, month.
Christ, God, there must be hundreds,
And
thousands.
special reference, of course, to Knox Road. Oh, and I suppose Swansea and Gloucester, since they're both very close.
I'll be here all bloody night.
Oh, you won't, George. Just ring round and get things in motion. Tell them to put the answers on the telex or straight through to me on this extension, right?
Oh, right.
And use the collator's office for your calls. He'll be tucked up in bed dreaming of his file cards and computer inputs.
Lucky old collator.
Then you can give Sally a treat. You can go home and see her.
Oh, great.
And get us a coffee, will you?
Yeah, all right, Governor. Good, get us some coffee. Bring one to the next table.
Maggie? Come on, Maggie. Tear yourself away from the latest Mills and Boone or whatever it is young WPCs read nowadays. The story of what? Oh. Yes, look, see if you can raise someone for me at Knox Road, will you? I don't imagine there'll be anyone in the admin block, but try and get through to the night principal officer at the centre. Right. Tell him we want a complete location list throughout the whole of their sentences, remand and convicted, for Trevor James Owen and Michael Gwynn Williams. And when I say complete, I mean from day one of their sentences until last Monday morning. I want to know every inmate that both men have shared a cell with, even if it was only for a day. And I want cross-references of all the cons who shared with Owens and Williams' former cellmates. Got that? Yes, I know. I'll give the screws something to do apart from sleeping or watching stag films anyway. Yeah, it's for the murder inquiry. Tell the PO that. Might gee him up a bit. Yeah. Yeah, well, if you do have any problems getting results, then please inform him that I will personally make it my business to see that he's kicked out of his cosy little prison and will count himself lucky to spend the rest of his career locking up spotty little glue sniffers in Usk Detention Centre. Okay? Thank you, Maggie.
Just want an ordinary, decent life. That's not so much to ask for, is it? I am fed up hiding every time the doorbell rings, knowing that it could always be the police or the rent man. You don't have to put up with the neighbours, all that gossiping behind my back. It even gets on my nerves going down the shop now, wondering if I'm going to meet someone else that you've robbed or cheated. It would be hard. Your sentence and your record, I can't see that you'll be able to hold things up. I'll be packing my things tonight and tomorrow, and then I'm leaving town for good. You won't be able to find us when you get out, so please don't waste your time trying. If there are any problems, then please get in touch with my solicitor. It's Martin Gray at Adams and Drew in St. Mary Street. Thank God we never had kids. I'll drop the house keys round at your mum's place. You've worn her out too, Colin. I really do wish you all the best. But I don't want to know you anymore. Julie.
Sorry I'm late, Cut. Oh, bloody hell.
Morning, George.
You been smoking those French fags again? Jeez, you could cut the air in here with a knife. But only just. What a choice, freezing or suffocation. What's the score then? Who's favourite for the bright lights and rubber hoses?
No one.
Eh?
There's no one who's recently been released and who shared a cell with either Williams or Owen. Christ, George, this bloke's going to kill again. Soon, probably.
Let me have a look at some of those printouts. I'll soon pick out a killer for you. Got a pin?
Yeah, I tried that. I got the name of the computer officer. There's one who might just be worth talking to. He didn't share with Owen or Williams, but he was tooed up with a Concourse Stobart who'd previously been in the same cell as Owen. Dyson Markham Francis. He got out a week ago after serving 7 out of 10 armed robbery.
Did it tell at Knox Road? That's not a long term.
No. He served most of it in Dartmoor, but he came back to the road about 6 weeks ago for local release. Lives down in Splot, opposite the container berth. Know anything about him?
Not if he was weighed off 7 years ago. I was only just starting on the force then.
I couldn't place him either, so I had a chat with the DS who collared him, Dave Turnbull. He retired about 3 years ago.
Oh, that old fart. And what did he have to say?
He was a good, steady copper, George. According to him, Dyson's a stand-up villain. Someone grassed him up a few days after the job. It was a security van just outside Bristol. There were 3 others with him. Every one of them was tooled up. 2 sawn-offs, a Winchester pump, and our boy Frank was carrying a Schmeiser machine pistol. They could have started World War III if they wanted.
What happened to the other 3 cars?
They disappeared without trace. Dyson put his hands up, took his 10, and as far as we know, has never said anything about it to anyone.
Sounds like a tasty lad. I can't see him running around wasting other prisoners' bints, though. Especially with a blade. If he wanted someone off the scene permanently, I'd have thought he wouldn't start carving them up. He'd just blow them away. A machine pistol. And anyway, where's the profit in it for him? Neither Williams or Owen woman was robbed.
George, you don't need to tell me this is all a wild hunch, I know.
There again, prison can do funny things to people. You'd only have to start a sentence with the tiniest of grievances. Someone had grassed you up, say, and by the time he got out, it could have festered into something really malevolent and vicious. All that empty time in a closed space, doesn't bear thinking about. Nothing to do but build up hatred. You never know. It could easily be enough to turn a shrewd pro-villain into a random killer.
Well, let's find out. Nip down to the desk and get an oboe out on him, will you? His address is, 234 Britannia Court. It's his own flat. Probably bought it with the proceeds of one of the jobs we never nicked him for, so I expect he'll still be based there.
How much did they get on that security van job?
A little over 80 grand. So, even if Dyson's mates didn't invest it for him, he still got 20 coming to him. I should think he'd be quite hungry for it after several years.
Let's forget about the killings and go after the money. If you only get Dyson's share, that'll be 10 grand apiece. All right, 60-40 then. Right, I'll get that oboe put out then.
Thank you, George. Look, if anyone wants me, I'll be at home. I'm going to sneak a shave and a change of clothes. Be back in about an hour.
Yeah, all right, Cuff.
Good morning. Features, please. Hello? Could I speak to Susan Redding? Oh, no, I've just phoned there. They suggested I call you. Yes, I tried there, too. No, never mind now. No, thanks. No message. Turner?
Morning, sir.
What are you doing here?
Sorry to bother you. They've been trying to ring you from the station, but Maggie could only get the engaged tone. There's been another murder.
Oh, Jesus. You got your car?
Yes, sir.
Come on, then. Mine's off the road. You can give me a lift.
It's a bit busy down here, Gov. The press lads have arrived already.
That bastard again.
Let me echo.
Inspector Boyd, just a brief Thank you very much.
Looks just like the first 2 go. Lewis, over here.
George, Inspector. First signs are it's the same bloke, sir. One was gagged and tortured. Cigarette burns, multiple stab wounds.
Oh, dear God.
It looks like a slaughterhouse in there. Smells like one, too. Name of Julie Stobart.
I checked all those printouts you've been working on before I left the factory. Our old man's inside. Andy's the guy that shared a cell with Dyson. That ton stretch must have tipped him over the edge.
I don't suppose there are any witnesses this time either, are there?
Oh, luck must be changing. There's an old dear lives across the road. Number 42 over there. She's a widow. Sits in her armchair all day, twitching the net curtains. According to Mrs. Stobart, had a visitor at 7:45 last night. She knows the time because she was just drinking a cup of cocoa before going to bed. She's got the same routine every day. She describes the visitor as a large, thick-set man with cropped, greying hair. Very pale, as if he didn't get enough fresh air.
Well, well.
He stayed for about half an hour, then drove away in an oldish dark blue Volvo. She didn't make the ridge, but she did notice that there was one of those little plastic skeletons hanging in the rear window. I showed her Dyson's pre-release mugshot. She's positive it was him. He must be building up some kind of momentum. 2 in one night. That Williams tart...
Brooke.
Mrs. Williams could only have been killed an hour or so after this one.
Who found her?
A fancy man, Mr. Gerald Davis. He's a sales rep for a double glazing outfit in Barry. He came round here about an hour ago. They were meant to be going away together. He's in the house now if you want to speak with him, but you'd better be quick, Inspector. He raided the drinks cabinet after he found her, started on the sherry, and now he's polishing off some Greek brandy. He'll have dissolved into a puddle before too long.
Have you got a statement from him?
I did. Not that he could tell us much. He's probably in shock. I think he genuinely liked her.
That's been known to happen, Brooke. Let's leave the poor sod to drink himself into oblivion. What about the house-to-house, Paul?
Well, in handcuff.
Right, come on, George. Let's go and drag Dave Turnbull off his allotment, see if he can remember any of Dyson's old haunts.
Right behind you, Dave.
Hello, just go on, mate. Come on.
And then there's the ship. But they tatted it up while he was away. Probably not to his taste now. You could try the Key Club or the snooker hall down by Dockgate 4. Used to spend a lot of time in there.
Right. Well, that's plenty to be going on with, Dave. Thanks.
My pleasure. Glad to be able to help out a bit. These past couple of years, my greatest excitement has been not knowing whether the frost's going to get my early veg.
You miss it? The force?
Well, I miss the way it used to be in the old days, but I'm glad I handed in my papers when I did. Nowadays, all the young bobbies want to act like Starsky and Hutch. Or worse.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I sometimes think if you put me in a room with a team of lads from RCS and a bunch of villains, I'd be hard-pressed to tell one lot from the other. Except the villains would be better dressed, of course.
Are you going to stick it?
Yeah, expect so. That's the only thing I know.
Your detective sergeant's in a hurry.
Nah, if it was anything vital, he'd walk over. Probably wants to slip off to the bell for a swift half. Yeah, he's been going in there regularly for the past month. They've got a topless barmaid there now, pulling pints in the public.
I can remember when the bell was brown ale, darts and dumb.
Yeah, that's the trouble, Dave. So can I.
Well, I dare say the tits and pizzas will seem tame in a few years' time. Oh, look, son, before you go, a word of advice.
Yeah?
Walk easy around this lad Dyson, right? He's a very capable villain. Leastways, he always was. And I can't see that 7 years inside will have softened him up any.
Sure.
Mind you, I'd never have placed him for a do like this. He was a pro. Well, pros don't usually get afflicted by bloodlust. There's no money in it. Oh, Dyson would hurt people, but only if he had to.
Yeah, I know. I get the same feeling. But there's got to be someone connected with the three cons otherwise.
Bound to be.
Probably someone with inside information, you know, the sort of thing that could be picked up by listening to talk on the exercise yard, or even more when sharing a cell.
Yeah.
Well, he was due for a pull just for routine, what with being released from there so recently, but after last night with a positive ID... Anyway, time I started trying to find him. Well, thanks again, man.
Don't bother, lad. Drop in any time. Always glad of a chat.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What's left?
One of the water holes in Carbridge Road and the Key Club.
It's a waste of time trying Cambridge Road until tonight.
Yeah. Go straight over to them. Pull in!
What?
Pull in!
What is it?
Up there, on the right. A dark blue Volvo, complete with skeleton in the rear window, parked inside the Pot Black Club. Call him and get some backup. I want it here fast. I'll go in there and see if I can get him up quietly.
Tango 3, Delta 2, Tango 3, Delta 2.
Yes, sir?
Large brandy, please.
Large brandy, sir?
How much is that?
126, please, sir.
So... £1.26. Exactly.
Here we go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You must have needed that. You had a nasty shock?
No, nasty accident. Just went into the back of a car outside. There was a bloody dog running across the road. Yeah, I came in here because I thought the car might belong to one of your punters.
Well, give me the make and number and I'll put it out over the tannoy.
It's a dark blue Volvo SEB 273R.
Oh, that's Frank's car. Hey, wait a minute. You're the filth.
Look, just get him over here and do it now.
Frank, it's your motor.
My car?
Can you come and have a word with this guy?
Something about my car?
Yes, mate. Look, I'm sorry. I've got into the back of it. I should have run the bloody dog over.
Yeah, you should have.
Here's my insurance company. Now, if you give me yours, we can let them sort it out.
Well, how much damage have you done? I need that motor.
It's the boot mainly. Look, you'll still be able to drive it round, I think.
Bloody nuisance. Let's go outside and have a look at it.
Right.
What's this that we do?
Looks all right from here. Where's your car?
I managed to get it around the corner.
Where's the damage then? Hey, listen, mate, what's your bloody game? There's
Give me
nothing...
that, Hold it, stay where you are, Dyson.
All right, well done, lads. Let's get him back in the van and down the nick.
Come on, inside.
I still can't believe how easy it all was. I expected a good punch-up at the least.
Bringing him in is one thing, getting the truth from him is another entirely.
Give me 10 minutes alone with him downstairs and I'll see what he's talking.
He's in for questioning, George. No more, no less. Oh, that's better. Apart from being upset about the little trick I played on him, he's not exactly acting like a bloke who's chopped up 3 women in the past couple of days, is he?
Oh, come on, Gav, you know better than that. You can never tell with how it goes. What about that one a few years ago? Strangled his missus because she wanted to watch the Desert Connor show and he didn't. Spent the next 50 minutes watching Softly Softly. Made himself a pot of tea and then called us in, calm as you like. But I thought he could have copped a plea of justifiable homicide, beating us out with Desert Connor. But still, no. Dyson's old man. I can smell it.
Yeah, well, let's wait until we have a chat with him, shall we?
Go on.
Yes, George?
Why do you go through this old wash and brush up business every time you've got someone in for questioning?
I don't know. Never thought about it. Just part of the routine, I suppose. I mean, even if a man is guilty, I don't enjoy breaking it. All the lies, feigned anger, and tired old tricks.
You're going soft.
I said that I didn't like it, George, not that I wouldn't carry on doing it.
Come on.
Inspector, before you go in to see him, we've just had the fingerprint report through from the Stobart killing. They found dabs for Julie Stobart, Gerald Davies, and Malcolm Francis Dyson.
Thanks, Pete. Good work.
I told you, didn't I? This bastard's going behind granite for the rest of his natural.
OK, Turner. Why don't you grab a coffee break? Detective Sergeant Brooke will take notes.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, John.
Now then, Mr. Dyson. Good to see you again.
I suppose you're feeling pretty chuffed with yourself after that little stunt back at the club? I must be getting old. I used to be able to sniff out the filth a mile off.
How's life treating you, anyway? What's it now, 2, 3 weeks you've been out?
10 days, as if you didn't know. You want to take?
What?
Woolen mohair, that suit, isn't it? There's no way you can afford to dress like that without having a few earners on the side.
See. No, actually, no, I haven't had a holiday for a few years. I enjoy my work too much, but it's nice to see you haven't lost your sense of humour, though. You're going to need it. Do you know why you're here, Malcolm?
Frank. The name's Frank. No, I don't know why I'm here. I suppose it's just routine police harassment of an innocent ex-convict who has fully paid his debt to society.
Most eloquent. I am impressed. But there again, you have had 7 years to prepare your little speech, haven't you? What were you doing Monday night, Frank?
What's it to you? I'm not out on parole, you know. I did my full whack, and a few weeks on top. I'm not responsible to anyone. Probation officers, social workers, none of that.
What about last night? What were you doing then?
Look, what's it all about?
Look, don't get metaphysical with me, Frank.
What?
You don't reply to my questions with questions of your own. You give me answers. Or at least you do if you want to see daylight again in the next 25 years. It is murder. 3 of them, in fact. Some nasty, twisted little sadist has been going round carving up women, and by a strange coincidence, All three of them were the wives of inmates at Knox Road who you could have known. In one case, did know, while you were finishing off your little holiday at the taxpayer's expense. We thought you might be able to help us with our inquiries.
Murder? Sex murders?
How did you know there were sex murders?
Oh, leave it out. You know my form. Blags, that's all I do. All right, tooled up if necessary, but nothing more.
Listen, Frank. Now, I've been getting a lot of heat from upstairs on this one. Now, Cardiff's a reasonably nice city. Crime rate's getting worse, of course, but it's not too bad. 4, 5, maybe half a dozen murders a year, and most of those get knocked down to manslaughter. Crimes of passion. You know the sort of thing. Hubby comes home unexpectedly, finds his wife in bed, paying off the rent arrears. My client temporarily lost his mind, Your Honour, a fit of jealous rage. He is a previous exemplary character, blah, blah. Because it was only his wife he killed, hubby gets 5 years, the last 2 of them in an open nick. But there won't be an open nick for you, nor a cosy little 5-stretch. You're going to get life. I reckon it would be recommended 25, maybe even 30. How old will you be in 25 years' time, Frank? 63? 64? Where do you think you'll do it, George?
Duff?
Over on the island? Or that new long-termers place up in Durham?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I bet it gets cold up there in the winter. Oh, 25 of them, in fact. I've got to clear this up somehow, Frank, and quickly. You see, if I don't bring a body in soon, I'm going to find myself back down the docks on Point.
Listen, Boyd, I won't have it to you. If you think I'm going to sit still while you light me up just so you can clear your books, you've got another thing coming. I want a lawyer.
Julie Stobbart, Frank. Last night we've got witnesses who'll stand up in court and positively identify you. We've got your fingerprints in her living room, and with your record, we're not going to need much more. Now, you're not going to start performing, are you, Frank? There are 4 locked doors and about 30 coppers between you and the street. You're not going anywhere. All right. Sit down, George. You know, if I were you, Frank, I'd start thinking of saving my own skin.
Are you saying that Stobbart's missus is dead?
In a word, yes.
Oh, Christ, look. It's just because I shared a town with her old man and he asked...
Look. Why don't we try again from the top, eh? Now, what were you doing on Monday night?
What time?
Oh, say between 6 and 11.
I was in a boozer the old time. From when he opened up until he chucked us out.
Uh-huh. Which one?
The Bell down the bottom of town. They got this...
Yes, I know. What about witnesses?
Yeah, there were a few people down there who knew me from the old days. There's the landlord and all. He'll remember me for definite. He threatened to throw me out a couple of times for making too much noise. Toe rag.
What did you do after closing time?
Went for a chinky nosh down the riverside.
Which one?
What do you mean?
There are 2, Dyson.
The one off Tudor Road.
Okay, who were you with? Or did you go on your own?
No. I took the barmaid from the Bell with me.
Bloody hell.
We had some food. Then she came back to my place.
What time did you go?
She stayed all night.
Mm-hmm.
Until 7, anyway. She had to get back home before her old man was in after night shift.
Her name?
Oh, Debbie something. Ask the landlord.
We will. What about last night, between 5 and midnight?
I went for a steak down the Broadway. I was on my own, but the waitress will remember me. I gave her a big tip.
How long were you there?
I got there about 5:30 and stayed till about 7:15. Lovely little thing she was. 7 years is a long time.
Yeah, all right. Where'd you go after the steak bar?
I drove down to that pub out Whitchurch way for a couple. You know, the one that's all done up with pictures from the Old West.
Yeah, I know it. How long did you stay there?
Well, I told you, didn't I? A couple of pints. Maybe 20 minutes. Then I went over to this Stobbart woman's place. Look, I swear on my mother's grave she was still alive when I left her. She was packing up all her gear, clothes and things.
When did you get there?
Oh, I don't know. 7:30, 7:45. If you've got witnesses, you know that. You won't catch me out, Boyd. I've got nothing to hide.
Why did you go and see her, Frank? Did you know her from before you went down the last time?
No. Look, I know it sounds daft, but her old man, Colin, asked me to. I was toed up with him for the last couple of weeks that I was away. Why don't you ask him?
Oh, yeah, we will. We'll do that, yeah. We just haven't got around to seeing him yet. You see, we were too busy looking for you. Why did he want you to see her? What, to check up on her, see if she'd found herself a new fella, perhaps, lean on her a bit?
No. He asked me to see her because he was worried about her having it away on her toes. You know, packing up and leaving him. Turns out he was right to be worried. She was going away today. He knew things were getting a bit iffy between them. She was hardly writing any letters. She hadn't used her last VO to come up and see him, that sort of thing. He was going crazy. You know the way cons start worrying when they're banged up and their birds are out on the loose? Well, he knew I was getting out soon, and he kept on at me to go and see her. He wanted me to persuade her to come up to the Nick and see him, give him one last chance. Bloody pathetic, I reckon. Well, I didn't fancy it, but he kept on every night after lights out. He was winding me up something chronic, I can tell you.
So you cracked, did you?
No.
Oh, Stobbart strong-armed you then, Frank, eh? What, big strong lad?
Will you
like...
listen? I'm trying to tell you, ain't I? He put me in the same cell as him after I just got out the block. 14 days all round for refusing an order. So I was skint. I had no burn, nothing. And after a while, he offered me an ounce there and then if I promised to go and see his missus after I got out. Bloody mug. I could have taken his snout and done nothing about it. He was really desperate. I wish I'd never bothered.
What happened when you went round there?
He gave me a stiff to take out and give to her. He wrote it on a few fag papers stuck together. Then he folded it up and I stashed it in my radio behind the batteries. He never even looked, Burks. Anyway, last night I gave her the note and told her how sick her old man was. She didn't want to know. He's better off without her.
Oh, yeah?
Look, I left her after about half an hour. She was fine, I swear.
On your mother's grave, I know. So you left around 8:15, eh? Where'd you go after that?
To the pot black, where you picked me up this morning.
How long for?
Well, until it closed, just before 1. Look, I've answered all your questions. Can't I go now? I'm meeting that barmaid again, Debbie. It's her day off.
Come on, Frank. You know better than that. Look, have a few hours kip in one of the cells. You'll be out soon enough, if everything checks out. Fancy some food? We could probably rustle you up some egg and chips from the canteen.
It's hard.
Right, let's get you downstairs then. You know the way. Bloody do it, did he? Damn.
It does look like the bastard's clean.
Christ, George, we're getting nowhere like this.
He does fit the bill, though.
I'll ignore that, George. You've been watching too much telly. Look, I want you to go to the Bell, have a chat with the landlord, and find out the address of this woman, Debbie, and check Dyson's story with her.
Well.
And chat, George. Not a grope or a private viewing, and for God's sake, if her husband's there, show a degree of tact, will you? Sounds as if they've got enough joy in each other's company as it is, without you stirring it up about her and Dyson, or you staking her claim.
I'll only cop a quick feel if her old man's not looking, eh?
If you do, I hope she prosecutes you for assault. Look, since you're so obviously full of energy, you could have a look into the state bar as well. See if the waitress remembers Dyson's debonair charms.
Oh, have a heart.
Quick as you can, George.
I'll just nip down the canteen first for quick coffee, OK?
Right.
Yes, thank you, gentlemen. I shall be holding another conference in the morning.
Stop it. Old Bailey's smiling, that always means trouble. I'll see you later.
Right.
Yes, very confident. I, Inspector Boyd.
Sir? My office. 2 minutes. Right, sir.
One more, please. Yes, all right, just one more picture, then. Make sure you get my best side.
Sit down, Boyd.
Sir?
I always feel like I've gone 10 rounds with a ranked heavyweight after standing up in front of that lot. There ought to be a law against press conferences. Scotch?
No, thanks.
How's this fellow Dyson shaping? Have you got enough on him to make it stick?
Looks like we've drawn a blank. George Brooke is out verifying his statement now, but I expect it to stand up.
Ah, damn. I understood the indications were very positive. I was counting on getting this cleared up quickly.
His name only came up in the first place through Method Index. It wasn't much more than a stab in the dark, really.
An unfortunate choice of phrase, Inspector. Look, there is considerable disquieted division over this one. We're looking bad. Something we can ill afford, especially at the moment. I don't need to tell you the press is really going to town. The bar at the Royal is so full of hacks you'd think it was Belfast or Beirut, not Cardiff. We need desperately to boost our public image. It's fast becoming a question of credibility. Look, Martin, we've had our differences in the past. Your methods have been somewhat unorthodox on occasions, but we're on the same side. And we've got a chance here while we're in the public eye to do ourselves a bit of good. I don't think you fully realize the importance of this case to me. The last thing I need at the moment is a string of unsolved murders on my patch by some crazed sex fiend. As I'm sure you will appreciate, I am in a very delicate publicity situation.
Oh, yes, sir, I can appreciate that. Well, now I know it's more than just a simple hunt for a man who's raped, tortured, and killed 3 women. I'll make sure that efforts are doubled to find him.
No, don't get smart with me, Boyd. Let me spell something out for you. I don't like this clever attitude that's creeping in. I don't like your almost complete disregard for the rules. We're none of us bigger than the force, Inspector. And what this force needs now is to catch this maniac, and to catch him by the established procedures, correctly followed and conspicuously so. Good, solid, routine police work, in the public eye. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
And an arrest, soon. Bring me in someone I can charge with these murders, Boyd.
Last. G.I. Boyd. Hello, George. How'd it go? Yeah, I thought as much. No. Write it up in the morning. There's no sense in you coming back now. Oh, and George, any time in the next couple of days when you got half an hour to spare, see what you can dig up about the Pot Black Club. Dyson became a bit evasive when he got onto that subject. Yes, I know. We've still got to catch this knife merchant. The Old Bailey was keen to impress that upon me just after you shot off at the speed of light. But until we get a break, we're reduced to routine. Yeah. Lots of bodies asking lots of questions. No, I can't keep Dyson in the cells overnight so you can go and see his barmaid. Goodbye, George. Maggie? Ah, good. I want you to ring the prison again for me. Yeah, I'd like special visits arranged so that I can see Trevor Owen, Michael Williams, Colin Stobbard, and Paul Savarin, S-A-V-A-R-I-N. Got all those? Good. Yeah, and tell the people up there it's urgent. I want the visits as soon as poss, right?
The last one's on his way, Inspector. And here are the photocopies you wanted of those letters.
Thanks.
I shouldn't think there's much in there for you. Most of them have trouble signing their own name.
Mm-hmm.
The letters. Illiterate rubbish, most of them.
I'm looking for clues, not literary land.
Yeah. Well, you making much progress finding this bloke?
No, not yet, but we'll catch him.
You sound very sure.
You make a mistake, they always do. It's just a matter of time.
It is.
Hello, Paul.
Morning.
Look, is it all right if we have a bit of privacy in here?
I'll leave it then, Inspector.
Smoke?
Yeah, thanks.
Your brief been in touch yet about the date of your trial?
No.
You'll probably get a letter tomorrow. I was notified yesterday. You're up at Cardiff Crown in a couple of weeks' time, the 14th.
Good. I'll be glad to get it out of the way.
The judge is Mr. Tudor Davis.
Oh, bloody hell. He's the worst on the circuit. It was him who handed out my first one 6 years ago. He gave me 12 months. Told me how lucky I was to have caught him on a good day. And that if he ever saw me again, he'd throw the book at me. Oh, I'll probably end up with an handful this time.
If you do get 5, you might have to count yourself lucky. His house was broken into about a month ago, and they ransacked the place.
Oh.
Yes. He's not going to be very pleased with anyone appearing on burglary charges. And if they've been up in front of him before, well...
Leave it out, Mr. Boyd. I was meant to be getting married next spring. Can't see her waiting for me through a fine.
Why in God's name did you start up again? You've been clean for a couple of years.
Yeah, ever since I met this girl. She doesn't like me thieving. When we started going out, she said I could either pack it in or find myself another girlfriend. I only started screwing houses again so I could get some money together for after the wedding. Get us off to a good start.
I don't know who needs protecting the most, the public from the likes of you or you from yourself. You always get caught, don't you?
It's just bad luck. That's all, Mr. Boyd.
Listen, I need some help with a murder inquiry.
Murder?
Look, don't panic. God, no wonder you always get collared. As I was saying, I need help, and it's got to be from a con.
Oh, no. I don't care how long I'm chasing, I won't grasp. He should know better than that. Look, can I go now?
Sit down, Paul. It doesn't involve grassing on anybody, you have my word. Now, if you help me out, I'll see what I can do for you. No promises, but I'll try. Go on. Take some snout for later. I've got another packet.
So, what would I have to do?
Right. Now it'll involve your girlfriend as well.
I have to stop now, love. I'm going to have a bath and then go back to bed. I'll write a proper letter tomorrow. Dr. Cook has given me 3 days off work, so I'll have plenty of time to write you pages and pages. Oh,
Miss Stone?
Yes?
Detective Inspector Boyd. My warrant card. Could I have a few words with you, please?
Oh, is it about Paul?
In a way, yes. Look, could I come in?
Oh, yes, of course, sorry.
Oh, were you about to have a early night?
Oh, no. Oh, you'd better come through to the lounge. I've been in bed most of the day, flu or something. I only got up to write a letter to Paul and to have a bath.
Well, I won't keep you long then. It's about your letters that I wanted to speak to you, as a matter of fact.
Oh, that's horrible. Would you really think
Well, I
that...
don't know, but it could be. Frankly, we've got so few real leads that I think anything's worth a try.
What do you want me to do?
Well, just put the postscript saying that you'll be staying in for the next couple of days because of your flu, but that you'll be up to see him as soon as you can, something like that.
Oh, I've more or less said that already. I only finished writing a few minutes before you called.
Oh, that's fine then. Oh, have you got a photograph of yourself that you could put in the envelope? You see, if I'm right, that's just the sort of little touch which could make it work.
Well, I have got a few. Well, they're a bit sort of private, really. See, what happened was, a few weeks before he was arrested, Paul won the monthly raffle in the pub, you know, and first prize was one of those instant camera things.
Oh, yes,
yeah. And, well, he took the pictures with that. Do you see?
Oh, yeah. Well, look, I can understand your reluctance, but that really would be perfect. Look, why don't you pick one of them and pop it into an envelope and seal up the whole thing?
Oh, well, if you are sure this is going to do any good. Let me see, they're in here somewhere. Here they are. Oh, God, my face is going scarlet. Do you know, I wasn't even drunk at the time. Let me see. Well, this one's a bit more respectable than the others. Oh, I hope this is worth it, Inspector.
Yeah, so do I.
Well, here you are. Signed and sealed.
Thank you. I'll take it out of the main sorting office myself, to make sure it's processed as soon as possible.
All of a sudden, I feel very scared.
Morning, Gavin. Look, I'm sorry.
Never mind, George. Morning. Sit down.
I found out a bit about the Pot Black lad. The place Dyson was the cage about.
And?
As you'd expect, a bit of a dive, but not as bad as some. A few villains going there, no one too heavy, though. 2 owners, an Owen Thomas Elliott and a John O'Shea. Elliott's got a little bit of form, a couple of TDAs when he was a kid and 1 count of ABH 12 years ago. O'Shea's never been convicted of anything, but in '69, he was pulled in on a conspiracy to rob charge. Nothing came of it. Oh, yeah, booked for speeding 1972.
Oh, big deal.
Yeah. They bought the Pot Black just over 6 years ago. By all accounts, they're getting a good profit out of it. Well, that's all I could find. Do you want me to do some more digging?
No. Nice work, George, but leave it for now. 6 years ago, eh? Good, we found 2 more of the lads from the security van job with Dyson.
Oh.
Good. So, we'll leave it on the back burner for a while. I shouldn't think our little show will be rushing anywhere. We are, though. Come on, let's get down to the armory and get you issued with a shooter.
Christ, what for?
I'll tell you on the way. Thing by here. Bloody paperwork. And here.
Come the revolution, mate. We're going to be overwhelmed while we're still signing forms in bloody triplicate.
And once more here. That's it. Good hunting.
So he writes to her, slagging her off, saying that his urge has been going around spreading her legs to all comers, eh? And at the same time, she sends a letter saying how much she loves and misses him. Tears on my pillow crap, right? And mentions that she's ill and will be home for a few days, yeah? All week and alone. Is that right?
Well, you put it much more eloquently than me, George, but more or less, yeah.
It's a hell of a gamble.
Yeah, well, of course it is, but we've got damn all else to go on, have we?
I'm surprised the old Burley went along with it. Not exactly according to the book, this plan, is it?
No, it's not, and, he didn't.
What?
He didn't go along with it. He knows nothing about it.
But what about the sanction for the arms issue? He's got to authorise that.
Well, you know what his writing's like? It's an illegible scrawl at the best of times.
Bloody hell, you tricky sod. Sir, if anything goes wrong with this, we're really going to be...
I will, George. You're just following orders. As far as you know, everything's official.
Your promotion board's in a couple of months' time, isn't it? This could really put the kibosh on it.
Come on. We both know I'm not going any higher than DI, George. Look, I want to nail this killer before he hurts anyone else. Tonight, if we can.
Anybody want any more coffee?
Not for me, thanks.
No, thanks, love. Any more that'll be coming under my ears. Don't want to get caught short if our friends arrive. Could be embarrassing.
Do you think he'll turn up, Inspector?
Well, we don't know. I'm just assuming there's some sort of pattern to the killer's behaviour. What's the time? Oh, we'll give it another couple of hours, and if nothing's happened, we'll call it off till tomorrow.
Oh, I don't think I could go through this again. I've never been so nervous in my life.
I know it was a stupid thing to do, but I miss you so much, and I just felt everything was getting on top of me. The kids, and then the police coming round again with another warrant. They turned the place upside down. Mrs. Kelly came in and straightened things up while I was at the hospital. The doctors up there said they wouldn't let me have any more tranquilizers. Not surprising, really, I suppose.
I suppose you're feeling pretty pleased with yourself after that performance. Well, I didn't think it was very funny. I takes the day off work, travel all the way over town, changing buses 3 bloody times. I try to make myself look nice for you, and then when we have the visit, you behaves like that. 60 minutes of you either moaning about how hard things are for you, or accusing me of... God knows what. 1 hour a month is bad enough at the best of times, but when you behaves like that, it makes me wonder why I bothers at all. I bet the other girls don't have to put up with that sort of thing from their blokes. You are so bloody selfish. It's not just you that's affected when you're away, you know. You and Mum's been in and out of the doctors ever since the trial, and you know what my nerves have been like. At the moment, I don't know if I'll be coming over next month. I don't know if it's worth it. I'll still write if you want, but I don't even find that too easy. I suppose it's different for you, but I don't like having to put personal things in a letter, knowing that someone else is going to read it before you get it.
Got your letter this morning. It must have been ever so difficult for you to write. When I read it, it was the first time I cracked. Darling, I told you on Friday, and I tell you again now, I will wait for you. I know it's going to be very difficult and painful, but I believe in us and our love, and there is no way on earth that I want to let it slip away. I want you to keep believing in us and not to give up hope, because eventually we will be together and nothing will ever come between us again. Just trust me.
Why don't you open the window, George? Let some of this cigarette smoke out.
Good idea.
Might wake us up a bit, too.
Oh, God, I was meant to be giving it up, you know. Fat chance of that with all this going on.
Here we go. All right, move the chair. You know what to do, George. Get behind the kitchen door now. Caroline, don't open the front door until I give you the nod. I'll be in the entrance to the bedroom. And remember, he may draw his knife as soon as he gets in, so stand well back. It's all right, don't panic. We'll be right behind you.
Oh, it's probably Dawn wanting to borrow some sugar. I hope.
Miss Stone?
Yes?
My name's Jensen. I'm from the Prison Welfare Department at Knox Road. I've got some news about your boyfriend, Paul Saverin.
Oh, yes?
Well, do you think I could come in for a few minutes? It's freezing out here. It won't take long.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Come in.
Sorry it's so late.
Oh, sorry.
I've had so many people to see tonight. Right, you. Bitch!
Get back, Harris! What, please? Drop that knife.
Humber!
There's a magnum aimed at the back of your skull. Now drop that knife. Drop it! That's better. Getting close, George. Cover him while I put the cuffs on. On the floor, Harris. Face down. Now!
Now, you bastard. One move and I'll bury your brains all over the walls.
Go on, son, easy, George, easy. You, put your hands behind your back. Come on, faster. Stay exactly where you are. My sergeant won't need much of an excuse, so don't give him one. Keep him covered, George. If he moves, shoot him. Oh, and formally advise him of his rights, will you?
I'm arresting you. You're not obliged to say anything. Anything you do say, maybe take it down in writing, or maybe use an evidence against you.
Look, have you got any drink in the house? Would you like one?
Oh, no. No, thanks. I think I'd be safe.
Okay. Look, I'll phone the station and ask a WPC to sit with you for a while. As soon as she gets here, we can get him out of here. You did just fine. Thank you.
No dark cell, full of coppers with the sleeves rolled up.
That might be the way you work, Harris, but I don't.
What happens now?
What happens now is that you start to do what you're told without asking questions. It's something you'd better get used to. You can begin by emptying your pockets. Everything. Log all this, please, George. Watch closely, Harris. I don't want you claiming we planted anything.
1 key ring, 3 keys, 1 imitation leather wallet containing 2 £10 notes and 4 singles. Driver's license, membership card, Prison Officers Association. Jeez. A sheet of paper, prison stationery with a list of names. Mary Owen, Sheila Williams, Julie Stobbart, Caroline Stone.
Oh, well. I don't think this is going to take too long. Now
Susan
then...
Phillips, Anne Foley, Nestor Lloyd, Sally Burton.
My God.
1 membership card, Perfume Garden Oriental Cinema Club. 1 envelope containing... Well. You dirty old bugger, you. Various photographs. 7 in all. Looks like he lifted them out of the letters he was censoring. You know, no wonder the blokes are inside. They probably need a break. Here's one of that bird from this evening. Caroline. Pink suits her. Oh, yes. Now, look at this. Not many of those to have found.
Get out, George. You heard her to get out. Just go and make some coffee. Anything, will you? Look, just go.
Bloody hell.
What the... The property can be finished off later on, Turner. I want you taking notes.
Yes, sir.
What's it going to be then, Harris? you going to give me a statement now, or do we have to go through the whole charade of lies and silences for a few more hours or days?
Will it make any difference if I cooperate?
Oh, none whatsoever. We both know you can say goodbye to the 20th century. You'll be lucky if you ever get out.
Okay, I'll give you a statement.
Why? Why did you do it? Do you even know?
Have you got any idea what that place is like? It's a bloody madhouse. The only thing that scum understands is brute force. Give them a chance, they'd walk all over you. When I'm on the landing, they do as they're told. First time, too, I can tell you.
There are plenty of screws who don't like cons, but they don't go around killing their wives or girlfriends.
The women are just as bad. Worse. Whores. The lot of them. You should see their letters. Then you'd understand. From them you'd think all they did was visit aged aunts and go out with the girls once a week to the bingo. It's obvious what they get up to. It made me sick having to read them all day, every day.
I've seen your work file at the Road. You specifically requested an extension of your duty as censor. If you found it all so loathsome, why did you go back for more?
You wouldn't understand. I told you. They're whores, the lot of them.
Something sadistic prig! Open the window, Turner. Let's get some fresh air in here.
Yeah.
Why did your wife leave you, Harris?
What? What's that got to do with this? Do you want a statement or not?
All in good time. Now, that's the one thing you've got plenty of. Of course. You know what it's going to be like for you inside, don't you?
Nothing that I can't handle.
The cons are going to hate you because you used to be a screw. Because you raped and tortured the women, because they were the wives of other cons. You'll never survive the sentence. They'll tear you apart. Oh, and you won't be able to expect any help from the screws. They won't like you either. They'll just walk away when the beatings start.
I'll be on 43s.
Oh, yes, yeah, you'll be in protective isolation, all right? Along with the rapists, the child molesters, the terrorists, the grasses, the cons who are the tobacco barons. They love you because they'll have finally found someone who's lower than themselves in the pecking order. There will be no one lower than you, Harris. Or you might have to wait 5, or even 10 years. But one day there's going to be a knife in your back.
Do you think that worries me? What about you, Inspector? I suppose you're fearless, eh? Nothing frightens you.
What frightens me, Harris, is you and all the tired excuses for degradation and violence.
I told you. They deserved it. Every one of them. If they ever let me out, I'll do it all again.
Right. Let's get a formal statement, shall we?
Hey, Martin!
Hello, Susan.
You were miles away. Where are you going? I'll give you a lift.
Home.
That's right over the other side of town. It'll take you hours.
No. Walk will do me good.
Rubbish. You look all in. Come on back to King Coyd. I'll make you gallons of coffee and cook you breakfast.
It's the best offer I've had all day.
That's right. Just move that stuff out. Put it in the back.
How'd you do this belt up?
Just down here.
Oh, yeah.
Got it? I've been ringing your flat for days. I can never catch you at home.
Yeah, well, hardly been there. It was that murder inquiry I was telling you about.
I thought that was all over. There was something on the radio the night before last about a man being taken in for questioning.
Yeah, that was my super jumping the gun. We pulled in the wrong man.
Oh.
But I got the right one last night.
Ah, good.
Red-handed, almost literally. I just finished taking a statement and writing my report.
You don't sound very happy about it all.
Well, not too much to be happy about with this case. 3 women mutilated and murdered, and a 4th, half scared out of her wits when I used it to trap the killer.
Who was it?
A man called Harris, prison officer. He was one of the censors.
The what?
One of the censors. You see, in every prison, all the mail, incoming and outgoing, has to be read by a prison officer. For security reasons, officially.
Oh. I see. So that's how he knew when they would be on their own, when it would be safe for him to...
Yeah. Yes, he'd turn up on their doorsteps with a story about being from the prison welfare department.
I suppose he's insane.
Not a clue. For every gaggle of trick cyclists who'll stand up in court to say he's off his trolley, there'll be another bunch to say he's as sane as the next man.
Is he married? What about his poor wife?
They split up 5 years ago. From what I could gather, he was always pretty much of a loner. Well, he always will be now.
Still, at least it's good for you, surely. Promotion and things.
I'm suspended from duty.
What?
Pending an inquiry into my improper investigative conduct.
What does that mean?
Means in my haste to catch Harris, I cut a few corners the super found out. He's been waiting for an opportunity like this for years.
The inquiry, is it serious?
No, I shouldn't think so. Probably end up with an official reprimand, something like that. Of course, does mean I won't make commissioner for a while yet.
How long before you find out?
Oh, years. The present guy's only been in the job a few months.
I mean the inquiry.
10 days to a fortnight.
What are you going to do?
Well, I was thinking about putting my hand on your leg and quoting a few lines from Rambo.
You do, and I'll scream. I can't stand French poetry.
Oh.
You always like this at the end of a case. Actually, I meant, what are you going to do while you're suspended from duty?
Oh, I don't know. Catch up on some reading. Get round to fixing the car. But today, I am going to sleep for a long time. And tonight, I think I'll go to the pictures. Something easy to watch, something mindless.
That's perfect, then. After breakfast, you can sleep at my place, and then this evening, I'll take you to the flicks. My treat.
What's on?
The nearest one, there's a choice of two. Screen 1 is a double bill, the stud, followed by the bitch. Screen 2 is Bambi.
Bambi?
You've still got your ABC Miners card. You might get in for half price.
Drive on, Thumper.
Are you even...
We hear Promise to Kill, a new play for broadcasting by Eddie Maguire, which features members of the BBC Drama Repertory Company. The play opens in a suburban police station during the late evening.
Wilbury Police Station. Station Sergeant speaking.
I want to report something, Sergeant.
Yes? What is it, madam?
I'm going to be murdered.
You're what?
My husband's threatened to kill me.
Well, perhaps he doesn't mean it, madam. You're sure he's not pulling your leg?
Quite sure. It's because it's so serious that I've been told to let the police know.
Quite right, too, madam. We always like to know about these things in advance.
I beg your pardon.
It gives us a chance of preventing them, madam. I only wish everyone would come forward as quickly. Save us a lot of trouble.
This isn't a joke, Sergeant. I'm serious. My husband's going to kill me.
Sorry, madam, no offence. You really mean it, then?
Of course I do. He's threatened me again this evening.
Has he? Well, in that case, we'd better have your name and address. Then we can send someone to see him.
Very well. My name is...
Hello? Hello? You still there, madam? Hello? Well, never a dull moment.
What was all that about, Sergeant?
Oh, some woman, Inspector. She was cut off. Well, she hung up on me. Said her husband was going to murder her.
What?
She was so calm, I couldn't believe it. I wondered if she was pulling my leg.
I thought I heard you trying to humour her.
Yes, and it annoyed her. She said she wasn't joking. Her husband had told her he was going to kill her.
And when you asked her for her name and address, she hung up on you, eh?
Yes, sir.
Persecution complex, Sergeant. She was probably a crank.
She insisted she was serious.
All right, then. If she is going to be murdered, she'll no doubt get in touch with us again. You know what these women are like.
I certainly do, sir. We get enough of them.
Oh, you again. Do you always enter a lady's room without knocking, Stephen?
I am your husband, aren't I?
I'd never have noticed.
You phoned someone just now.
Ah, the little detective's been at it again, listening for the downstairs phone tinkling. Well, is it a crime to use the phone now?
Depends who you were phoning.
Suppose it was the police? You have threatened to kill me, haven't you?
I mean it. If you go through with this deal you're planning...
You wouldn't have the nerve.
Oh, look, Grace. Let's be sensible about this.
I'm being very sensible. I'm going to make myself a lot of money.
But you'll ruin me. Doesn't that mean anything? I built up our engineering business.
And I provided the money.
I could have got a bank loan.
But you didn't. You used my money. That's why the business is in my name. That was our bargain, Stephen, and we're sticking to it. I can sell out any time I like, and you can't do a thing about it.
But it's a family business now, worth 10 times what you originally put into it.
Well, then I made a very good investment, didn't I? But I tied my money up in you, darling. And now I want to be free.
Free of me?
Oh, don't flatter yourself. I've always been that.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Grace. Haven't you any conscience?
None whatever. But I've got money, and that's a very good substitute.
You'd no money when I married you.
No. But a rich friend found me very attractive. And he didn't want his wife to know about his mistress. So we came to a financial arrangement.
My God. So that's how you got it. And he wasn't the only one, was he? There've been others since.
Well, of course. But I'm not altogether a tart, you know. I've actually worried about you being out of a job when I sell up. But I won't let you starve, Stephen.
You won't what?
Oh, I'll keep you in reasonable comfort while you're looking for another job. If you behave yourself, of course.
If you think I'll accept that, you must be mad.
Oh, half a loaf's better than none.
I could kill you, Grace. And I will if you go through with this. I promise you I will.
Well, you'd better start sharpening your knife, darling. All the arrangements are in hand.
Then stop them. And don't say you haven't been warned.
Oh.
Hello? Who is it?
It's Grace again.
Yes?
I thought you'd like to know I've had another tender little scene with Steve.
You did?
Yes. The poor little man's still saying he'll kill me.
Officer, can I talk to you? I need help, advice.
What's the trouble, sir?
My wife, she's got me in a hell of a mood. I'm sure I'll do something desperate.
Had a bit of a tiff, I said.
Oh, it's worse than that. I've threatened to kill her.
Well, that should steady her up a bit, sir.
But I mean it.
Yes, I know the feeling, sir. I threatened my wife only this morning.
What?
Well, she'd bought something we couldn't afford without telling me. I said if she did it again, I'd kill her. But we don't really mean it, do we, sir?
I do. If I go back home, she'll keep goading me till I can't help myself.
Keep out of her way for a bit.
That wouldn't do any good. Oh, look. Couldn't you take me in, officer? Lock me up for the night or something.
Arrest you? Oh, you're kidding, sir. I can't do that, not unless you've committed some offence.
I've threatened to kill my wife, haven't I? And it's the job of the police to prevent crime, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose so.
Well, then, prevent me from killing her.
Now, hold on, sir. A joke's a joke, but this is going too far.
I'm not joking.
No, neither am I. Now, pull yourself together. You don't have to go home yet, do you? So just take a walk round till you cool off.
Well, suppose I don't cool off.
Now, that's enough, sir. Go on, off you go. I'm off duty in about 10 minutes, and I'm not staying on just to hold hands with a nutcase like you. Ah, well, that's about it. I'm going off duty, Sergeant. Can I sign the book?
Just a minute, Baker. Hello? Wilbury Police Station.
Hello? Did you get a call from a woman who said her husband was going to murder her?
Yes, I did.
Well, it's true, you know.
What? Now, hold on. Who are you?
Her husband.
Husband? Wait a minute. I want your name and address. Quick. Hello? Hello? Yeah. What the devil's going on tonight?
What's been happening, Sergeant?
Oh, I don't know. A woman phoned to say her husband was going to kill her, and now her husband phones to confirm it. But when I ask for their names and addresses, they hang up on me.
That's funny.
Funny, can you see me laughing?
Well, I just had the same thing. Walking along, minding my own business, when this bloke rushes up and asks me to run him in.
What?
They said he'd threatened to kill his wife and wanted police protection in case he couldn't stop himself. No. I told him to walk round and cool off.
That sounds organised. I wonder if it could be the same man and the same wife.
I'm away home, Sergeant.
Oh, before you go, sir, I've just had another strange phone call.
What, from that woman again?
No, her husband this time.
To apologise and tell you his wife's a bit unbalanced?
No, sir, to confirm her phone call that he was going to kill her.
You're certainly having fun, Sergeant. You sure it was the husband? I mean, it's not just some lad and his girl, is it, trying to make a monkey out of him?
Well, I didn't get his name and address, sir. He hung up on me. It seems like a hoax, I know, but Baker's had the same trouble on his beat.
What, phone call?
No, a man stopped him. Said he'd got himself in a real state and threatened to kill his wife.
Did he seem like a crank, Baker?
Oh, no, sir. He's a well-dressed chap. He's middle class.
Oh, you get him in any class. There've been a few potty dukes, you know.
Yes, he wanted me to bring him in. Said I'd be preventing crime.
Yes, well, I agree. It all sounds like a hoax, Sergeant. But what about this man of Baker's? He'd be giving himself away, wouldn't he? Answer that, Sergeant, and if it's another of them, you let me deal with it.
Station Sergeant, Wilbury Police Station.
No, it's urgent. He's going to kill me. I know he's going to kill me.
It's a woman again, sir.
Okay, give it to me.
Can you hear me?
Inspector Webb here. Now, look, madam.
He's going to kill me, Inspector. Do something.
What's going on there? What's the game? What's happening? What is it? Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Blast. She tried to tell me something, but she sounded as if she was being strangled, and then someone replaced the receiver.
Perhaps she was fooling again, sir.
No, I don't think so. It sounded too real. I think she was being strangled.
Well, can we trace the call?
No, she would have dialed it. Baker, how long since you spoke to that man on your beat?
Oh, about 15 minutes, sir.
And since the husband phoned you here, Sergeant?
Only a couple of minutes or so.
Then, if it's the same man, he could have gone back home after leaving Baker and rung you from his downstairs phone.
Why do you say a downstairs phone, sir?
Well, because his wife heard him give you the message without seeing him, probably on her bedroom extension. And then she'd hear him coming upstairs, panic, and phone the police.
Yeah.
He'd be entering the room just as you handed the receiver over to me, Sergeant.
Yeah. You think that's what's happened, sir?
It could be what happened. Now, the house can't be far away. It must be within, say, 10 minutes walking distance from here. Agree?
Yes, I do.
Right. Alert all squad cars to comb the area. Stop anyone in a hurry or anybody who looks at all suspicious.
Right, sir.
Emphasize the possible use of a getaway car.
I'll do that, sir.
We've got to try to locate the exact spot before the murderer gets clear. He'll know she was trying to phone us, so make it snappy.
Yes, sir. But you do realize it may still be a hoax, sir.
We've got to risk that, Sergeant. It may not be. Now get cracking.
What about me, sir?
Go back and search the area where you met that man. If you pick him up and he hasn't been home, then it's likely we've been hoaxed.
And if I don't find him?
Then he'll be the man we want.
Get moving, Bert.
Wilbury General Hospital, Casualty Department? Yes. Yes, we'll be ready for it. Goodbye. An accident case on its way, Dr. Carter. It should be here in 20 minutes.
Then, before it arrives, I'd better see the other case you've got for me.
Oh, it's a man, Doctor. He just came in and said he didn't know who he was and he couldn't remember anything. Hardly a casualty, really.
Depends what made him forget, doesn't it?
There was nothing in his pockets to identify him, but we often get free board and lodging experts trying it on at this time of night. He's in the end cubicle.
Right, let's have a look at him. Well, now, what seems to be the trouble?
I don't know who I am, Doctor, or what I've done.
Or where he's been.
You can't remember anything?
Everything's blank.
Let me examine your eyes. Look straight ahead. No, not at the light. Now, that's better. Apparent dilation. You haven't had an accident? Hurt yourself in any way?
I can't remember.
No. Of course you can't. All right. That's all for now. You're probably right, nurse.
You think he's trying it on too?
Could be. But I can't very well send him away without a diagnosis. It would be dangerous. He may be suffering from delayed shock.
You want to keep him in for observation?
Yes, may as well. It's pouring with rain outside, and we can't send him out not knowing who he is or where he came from.
Perhaps a good soaking might help him remember.
There's a spare bed in men's medical. We'll put him there, okay?
If you'll make out an admission for him.
Good. And don't worry, nurse. I'll probably have him out before Dr. Miller does his rounds in the morning. Now, I'd better do a routine physical examination on him.
Let's hope you find him fit. There may be a lot of people looking for him.
He seems to have disappeared, sir. I couldn't find him, I'm afraid.
You're not the only one who's drawn a blank, Baker.
You think he's hiding somewhere, sir?
Why should he? He won't hide just because we happen to be looking for him, Sergeant. He'd have to have a reason.
Like murdering his wife?
Oh, no, we don't know that he did. We don't even know if there's been a murder yet. The area's been searched. There's nothing suspicious. Perhaps we're imagining things.
You didn't imagine what you'd heard over the phone, sir?
No, that sounded real enough. Oh, I could have been mistaken, I suppose.
But you don't think you were?
No, I don't. But nothing's happened to prove me right, has it?
And what about the man who stopped me, sir?
He's probably at home in bed, where we ought to be. I'm sorry about the scare, Sergeant, but we had to follow it up.
Oh, well, it helps to pass the time, I suppose, sir. Excuse me, sir. Woolbury Police Station, Sergeant Brooks here. Hello, Frank. Anything interesting? What? Hold on a minute. P.C. Taylor, sir. Lorry driver's just reported finding a body.
Right, I'll take it. Taylor, Inspector Webb here. What's all this about a body? He did? Where? I see. Are you on the spot? Then stay there. Don't let anybody near. I'll be right over. Well, this looks like the end of the hoax, Sergeant.
Woman's body, sir?
Yes, the lorry driver spotted it showing through a hedge right on the main road.
Whereabouts, sir?
About 200 yards before you get to Wilbury General Hospital. The woman appears to have been strangled.
Strangled? What, do you think it's the same woman?
How should I know? Sergeant, phone Detective Sergeant Coates. Tell him I'll pick him up on my way there.
Right away, sir.
You better come along as well, Baker.
Yes, Detective Sergeant Coates. Sergeant.
And that's as much as we know, Coates. What do you make of it?
Don't know, sir. Leaving a body on the main road.
Yeah, so that anyone could see it. Don't forget that, Coates. The lorry driver spotted it as soon as he got it in his headlights.
Then it was left there in a hurry.
Evidently, Coates. And I wonder why. Hello? There's another squad car joined Taylor by the look of it.
Evening, sir.
Evening, Taylor. Well, where is it?
Yes, sir. The lorry driver put a tarpaulin over it.
And you let him?
He'd done it before I arrived, sir.
All right. I hope he hasn't disturbed anything that might have helped us. Baker.
Sir?
Give Taylor a hand to remove this tarpaulin, will you?
Right, sir.
Now be careful. Lift it. Don't drag it across the body. Well, you can see she didn't just lie down there. Smartly dressed, you'd say, Coates?
Very smart, sir.
How old do you think? Middle 40s?
Oh, she looks younger.
Perhaps she tried to. I'd put her about 46. She's been strangled, all right.
With a stocking by the look of it. No sign of manual pressure.
It wasn't her stocking. She's wearing them both. No sign of a struggle either. So it didn't happen here.
No sign of a handbag?
Well, let's try her pocket, eh? No, nothing there. Yeah. Well, now, wait a minute. Feel her coat. It's almost dry. And it's raining hard.
Well, the lorry driver covered her over, sir.
Only when he found her. And it's been raining for about 2 hours.
Oh, so he found her soon after she was dumped. Her clothing was dry.
So she was dumped from a car.
Could she have been strangled in the car?
Maybe, but I doubt it. No, she'd have struggled, and there's hardly a hair out of place. It was quick, Coates, from behind. She was killed indoors somewhere.
That would fit those phone calls.
Exactly. And I'll be surprised if this isn't the same woman. A voice sometimes fits a face. And I've got a feeling the voice I heard over the phone fits this one.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I've just picked this up. It's in the bottom of the hedge.
What is it, Baker?
A cigarette case, sir.
Well, don't maul it about. Maybe fingerprints on it. I'll take it. All right, thanks. Well, gold and very expensive.
Perhaps it fell out of the murderer's pocket, sir.
Hey?
Oh, when he bent down to leave the body here.
Well, it wouldn't fall out of my pocket if I'd been double. I mean, look at the length of it.
He could have dropped it after lighting a cigarette.
Oh, yes? Would you stop and light a cigarette after you just dumped a body and left it sticking out of a hedge? On a main road, eh? with traffic passing?
No, sir, but the case was here.
Yes, I wonder why. Put your torch on it, Baker.
Yes, sir.
It's even got a set of initials on it.
S.K.
S.K. You did well to find it, Baker. Now, do you think you can find the bloke who wanted you to run him in?
Well, I'll try, sir.
It's important, lad. I'm not asking you just to keep you up all night. Take the other squad car, cover the whole town. There's just a chance he may still be wandering about.
Right, sir.
Photographer and police surgeon have just arrived, sir.
They can wait until we finish searching. Oh, I'll bet that cigarette case is all we'll find.
Not even footprints?
No, the body was carried over the footpath. The rain will have washed him out. The only clues that will help us will be at the scene of the murder, when we find it.
We've got to find who the woman is first.
And that'll tell us who her husband is. And then, we've got to find him, too.
Ah,
2:30 a.m., Coach. And we've still got nowhere.
Nothing in from Constable Baker?
No. And if the man who stopped him is the man we want, he'll be miles away by now. And we can't put out a description because we don't even know who he is.
Oh, very puzzling, sir.
Yes. So's the way that body was disposed of, on a main road. Why the devil wasn't it hidden in some out-of-the-way place?
I don't know, sir. Unless the murderer wanted it found quickly.
Why should he want that?
Perhaps he didn't care.
You mean he didn't plan his getaway properly and had to dump it in a hurry?
Well, that points to an agitated and very disturbed man, sir.
Or to someone who's so confident he thinks it's impossible to trace him.
No, that doesn't make sense. Now, I go along with Sergeant Brooks' suggestion that the husband panicked.
He'd have given himself more time to get away just believing the body in the house. It might have been days before it was discovered.
But it would have been more incriminating to leave it in the house.
Maybe, but what could be more incriminating than those phone calls?
And the husband actually made one of them himself.
Yes. If it's the same people involved, it just doesn't make sense.
He's got away with it so far, hasn't he, sir?
Eh?
Well, we don't even know who the woman is yet, sir. And every hour gives him the chance to put another 40 miles between him and us.
The identity of the woman. That's the vital link. And your phone call, Sergeant. Now, the police doctor saw the body at 1:30 a.m. He estimated she'd been dead between 3 and 4 hours. So my bet is that she's the woman who phoned. And if you got her name and address, and Baker had found his man, we'd have it all wrapped up now.
Yes, sorry, sir.
Oh, it's not your fault. No. Well, come on, Coach. Let's chew it over in my office.
Charlie, arrange some tea for the inspector and Detective Sergeant Coates, will you?
Excuse me. Can my husband and I see the officer in charge?
Oh, I'm sorry, madam. Didn't see you come in. What's the trouble?
She's worried about her sister. Oh, I'm John Lomas. This is my wife, Mary.
My sister's missing, Sergeant.
So's her husband.
Both of them? When did you find out?
When we called at their house, about 10 minutes ago.
At 2:30 in the morning. It's a bit late for visiting, isn't it? Anyway, you'd better give me their name and address.
Grace and Stephen Kirby. Dawnways, Priestley Hill.
Mm-hmm. Priestley Hill. Man and wife, both missing. Man and wife, eh? And they live about 10 minutes' walk from here.
About that?
And they're both missing.
Why do you say that again, Sergeant? Do you know what's happened to them?
Well, not yet, sir. But I'll pass you on to Inspector Webb. If you'll just wait a minute. Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
I've got a Mr. and Mrs. Lomas outside. They've come in to report Mrs. Lomas's sister is missing, and her husband as well. I thought there might be some connection.
Yes, there could be.
The missing couple live within 10 minutes' walk of here. Their names Kirby, Grace, and Stephen Kirby.
Stephen Kirby? S.K., the initials on that cigarette case.
Yes, I know, but don't jump to conclusions, Coates. Bring him in, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Sounds as though this might be a lead, Inspector.
Then don't try leading them, Coates. Let's get the facts, and then draw our own conclusion.
Yes, sir.
And not a word about the body, or the strange crop of phone calls.
As you say, sir. Come in.
Mr. and Mrs. Lomas, sir.
Oh, come in and sit down, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Right, sir.
Now, I understand your sister and her husband are missing, Mrs. Lomas.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, isn't it rather late to be reporting it?
We only found out about 10 minutes ago.
I see. Now, I think you'd better give me all the details.
Well, my sister Grace phoned me about 7 to say she'd be in all evening.
Just to say that.
No, they had the usual sisterly chat. It just came out in the conversation, didn't it, Mary?
Yes, but she did make a point of saying she'd be in all night.
Yes, Inspector.
For any particular reason?
No, I don't think so.
Then how did you find out she wasn't there?
I phoned her again at 10:30. She didn't answer.
Neither did her husband. We called them several times after that.
Why?
Well, Mary had a feeling something was wrong. You know how women get these feelings. She couldn't rest.
And she wouldn't let you rest until she was sure, eh?
That's about it. So around 2:15 a.m., I thought we'd pop over to see if everything was all right. I phoned the car hire service to send a car round.
Haven't you a car of your own?
John doesn't drive anymore. He hurt his leg in an accident over a year ago. And I've never troubled to learn.
So we have a contract with Turner's Car Hire. They're very obliging.
Right. So you were driven over to your sister's house, and what did you find?
The front door was wide open and all the lights were on.
But your sister-in-law and her husband weren't there?
No.
Which shows that one of them, or both of them, left in a great hurry.
But surely they'd have closed the door after them.
It's sometimes difficult if you're carrying something heavy.
Carrying something?
Just thinking aloud, Mr. Lewis.
All right, Kurtz, all right. Look, I'm going to ask you both a straight question. Was there any trouble between Mr. and Mrs. Kirby?
Between Grace and Stephen? What would you say, John?
I'm not sure what to say.
I want to know what you both say. Was there any trouble between them?
Yes, Inspector, I'm afraid there was.
Is that why you're worried?
Just a minute, Coates. What sort of trouble?
They'd had a violent business disagreement.
And tonight they had a hell of a row about it, eh? So why did you come here inquiring about them?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, didn't it occur to you that they probably had a row? That your sister had flounced out of the house in a temper, and after she'd gone, her husband went after her to try to bring her back?
That's the last thing that would occur to us.
Oh, why?
Well, Grace is much too domineering to run crying from the house, in a temper or otherwise.
John.
Well, she is, darling. You know that as well as I do.
In fact, if anyone left the house to walk the streets, frustrated and upset, you think it would be her husband?
Yes, it would. Stephen would try and get out of her way. She had a wicked tongue.
And she wouldn't be likely to run out after him?
She'd more likely go to bed and leave him to it.
Well, now, I think we're getting the picture all right. They'd had one hell of a row. Would it give Mr. Kirby sufficient reason to kill his wife?
I'd never have said he was that sort of chap.
We none of us are, Mr. Lomas, until we're pushed too far.
Did he ever threaten your sister, Mrs. Lomas?
Stephen? Threaten her? Well, no, not really.
What do you mean by not really?
Well, she told me he threatened to kill her, but he never really meant it.
You never told me that, Mary.
Why should I? We treated it as a joke.
It's no joke now, Mrs. Lomas.
I don't understand what's happened.
I'd like you both to help in identifying the body of a woman who was found strangled a couple of hours ago.
Oh, my God.
It may be Mrs. Kirby. We're at Dawnway, Sergeant, the Kirby house. If anything comes through, call me here. It's Priestley 4281, okay? Right, Mr. Lomas. Now, this is Mrs. Kirby's room, is it?
Yes, they had separate bedrooms.
Chair overturned near the phone. She was surprised from behind, Coates.
Here's the stocking, sir.
Look, Inspector, do you still need us here? This is all terribly upsetting for my wife.
Yes, of course, it must be.
I just can't believe it.
We only brought you over because you might have been able to help us. But I think we can manage now.
Then I can take her home?
Yes. Oh, but I'd like you to be available in case we need you.
We'd hardly want to go anywhere under the circumstances.
No, I suppose not. Oh, just before you go, this photograph. This is Stephen Kirby, is it?
Yes, it's a very good likeness.
And it's the man who stopped you in the street, Constable Baker?
Yes, sir. I'm pretty certain it's the same man.
That's about all, then.
The car, sir. Didn't you want to ask them about that?
Oh, yes. The body was driven away by car, but there's still a car in the garage.
Yes, that's their saloon.
Do you know if they had another one?
No, Grace did have a red sports car, but she got rid of it 3 months ago. I remember her telling us.
I see. Well, thank you for your help. I've sent your hired car away. No point in running up the charges. Constable Baker will see you get home, all right? There's a police car outside.
Thank you. Come along, Mary. Good night, Inspector.
Good night, Mr. Lomas. What do you think, Kurtz?
Things are fitting into place, sir.
About the Lomases, I mean. They didn't really explain why they called at a police station at 2:30 in the morning, did they?
Well, they did give a reason, and I think they answered your questions very well.
Only because I didn't ask them the awkward ones. Now, about that car. If Stephen Kirby killed his wife, what did he use to take the body away?
Perhaps he'll tell us that when we find him.
And now we've a good chance of finding him, haven't we? I'll stay on here, Coates. You rush this photograph back to headquarters. I want copies circulated to all forces in every newspaper. It won't make the morning dailies, but it should at least make the lunchtime and early editions of the evening papers.
We'll have to work fast, sir.
Then get on with it, man. Kirby may be trying to leave the country.
Oh, Dr. Carter, I've been looking for you.
Something important, Nat?
What happened to the man you admitted last night?
Dr. Miller threw him out when he did his round.
He was a fake, wasn't he?
Not the way you thought. He was a fake amnesia, but he wasn't a vagrant after free bed and breakfast.
I know that now.
Dr. Miller caught him out nicely. Asked him why he didn't go to the police instead of a hospital.
He daren't go to the police. Didn't Dr. Miller find out why he'd been shamming?
I wasn't interested. Said all these cases are just the same. They get into trouble and run away from it. Then when they find things are no better anywhere else, they want to go back again.
But Dr. Carter...
They just don't want to face the music. So they pretend they've been suffering from loss of memory.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They hope they'll be forgiven for everything they've done.
That's right. But only if the doctor's been fooled and diagnosed a state of amnesia.
Would they expect to be forgiven if they'd committed murder?
Murder?
Look at this photograph in the paper.
Good Lord.
It is the same man, isn't it? The one you admitted last night.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Stephen Kirby, wanted by the police for questioning in connection with his wife's death. Stephen Kirby. The man I examined had the initials SK on his shirt pocket.
Then it is the same man.
Yes. I'll get Dr. Miller to contact the police.
Well, Inspector? How's it going?
Well, not bad, not bad. But you know what it's like searching an empty house. You don't know where things are, and there's no one to show you.
Couldn't the low messes help?
I'd rather let them simmer for a bit.
You found nothing further, then?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. There's a few things might prove interesting when we find how they fit into the pattern. I'll fill you in about them later.
Oh, I called at the station on my way here. Dr. Miller was asking for you as I left.
Then you haven't heard the main news, Coates. Dr. Miller phoned me here. Stephen Kirby left Wilbury General Hospital about 2 hours ago.
What?
All squad cars, police stations, ports and airfields have been alerted, so he won't get far.
What a turn-up. No, he's only got 2 hours' start.
Come in.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Stephen Kirby's here.
What?
What's all this about? Well, what are you doing in my house?
What are you doing in your house? That's the big surprise, Mr. Kirby.
What do you mean?
All right, Baker, you can go.
Yes, sir.
We've been looking for you, Mr. Kirby.
Looking for me? Why?
Don't you know?
Of course I don't know. I can see your police, but what's it all about?
Your wife's dead, Mr. Kirby. Didn't you know that either?
Dead? You must be joking. Why, I only... No, you're not. That's why you're here. She is dead, isn't she? You're surprised, Mr. Kirby? What happened? Did you have an accident?
A very nasty accident. She was strangled.
No. I don't believe it.
Your wife was strangled last night, Mr. Kirby. Now, is there anything you'd like to tell us?
You're doing the telling. How can I tell you anything? I wasn't here last night. We know you didn't stay here, but then you wouldn't, would you? Not after you'd killed her. Killed her? You're mad. I didn't kill her.
Didn't you even threaten to kill her?
Yes, I did. That's why I stayed out all night, in case she drove me to it. But I didn't kill her. You expect us to believe that? You can believe what you like. I'd no idea she was dead until you told me in your very gentle, charming way.
You don't seem very upset about your wife's death.
I'm too stunned by it. Oh, but there wasn't much love lost between us. I don't mind admitting that. But you won't admit to killing her? I did not kill her. Do you think I'd have come back here now if I hadn't thought my wife was still alive?
No, I don't think so. Unless it was to help you establish a very clever alibi.
I don't need any alibi. In that case, you won't mind telling us where you've been and what you've been doing since you last saw your wife? Not at all. I'd been in Wilbury General Hospital pretending I'd lost my memory.
So you admit it?
Why not? It's the truth. I wanted time to think, and I wanted somewhere I could think. My wife had been threatening to ruin me. And you'd been threatening to kill her? I've already admitted that. She taunted me so much last night, I had to get out of her way. I even asked a policeman to lock me up as a precaution.
We know all about that.
Then you'll know that he refused. I tramped the streets. Got near midnight, I was tired. I couldn't go home. Then I found myself near the hospital. I made up the story about losing my memory just to get myself admitted. After dumping your wife's body in a hedge 200 yards from the hospital. That's ridiculous.
So is your story. You got admitted to hospital because you knew the police were after you, and you thought that was the last place they'd look.
Nonsense. And anyway, I came back here of my own free will, didn't I?
Which makes your story cleverer still. Now, Mr. Kirby, you tried to build a picture of mental stress, didn't you? First with the policeman and then at the hospital. To plant an alibi establishing that you didn't know what you were doing. You killed your wife. And you tried to get medical evidence to save your skin.
But it won't wash, Mr. Kirby. I know I was shamming. I've never denied it. I just wanted to get out of my wife's way, that's all.
And now she's out of yours. Do you still say it's a shock to you?
Yes, I do. And so is your attitude, if I may say so.
That's enough of that. Now then, what about the phone call you made to the police station last night?
Phone call?
You phoned the station just after you left Constable Baker.
Constable who?
The policeman you asked to lock you up. After you left him, you called the station sergeant confirming that you intended to kill your wife. 10 minutes later, she was strangled.
I made no phone call, and I didn't kill my wife.
Someone made a phone call?
Someone killed my wife, too. And why should I make a phone call?
Why not? After all, you'd made no secret of your intentions. You told your wife you were going to kill her. You told Constable Baker, too. So why not the station sergeant?
I did not make any phone call.
Just the same, a telephone call was made, and it was from the dead woman's husband. Are you suggesting someone framed you? You'd already framed yourself.
I don't know who phoned you or why, but it certainly wasn't me.
But you do agree you threatened to kill your wife?
Yes. But only if she went through with that business deal.
You meant that?
Yes.
So once you knew the deal had gone through, you'd have a motive for killing her?
Yes. Once it had gone through.
I've been through your wife's private desk, Mr. Kirby. It contained this document. That deal was signed and sealed over a week ago. Now, what have you to say about that?
Can't understand it, Sergeant. The inspector's got Kirby in custody, but he won't charge him.
Perhaps he wants to be sure.
Now, how much evidence does he want?
Well, Kirby keeps denying he knew that business deal had gone through.
I wonder. Otherwise, he admits having a strong motive.
Still querying my motives, Kurtz?
Just discussing, sir.
Are you happy about Kirby's guilt?
It's not a question of being happy. It's the evidence against him that matters.
Exactly. That's why I'm not happy. Why should Kirby phone Sergeant Brooks just before his wife was murdered? He denied it completely, and I think he was telling the truth.
When? Who made that call? And why should anyone else pretend to be Kirby?
I don't know. But just take Grace Kirby's last phone call. She was in a panic. She kept saying, "He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me." It was he that time, Coates. She never mentioned her husband.
Then it could have been another man, sir.
Why not? She sounded terrified, yet all the evidence shows she hadn't the slightest fear of her husband.
Yeah, but, sir, when the crunch came, when she saw her husband meant business...
She still wouldn't believe him capable of it. Now, let's check her very first call to you, Sergeant. Why did she really ring? Not to report her husband was threatening to kill her, because she didn't believe it anyway. No, she rang because she'd been told to ring.
You mean she'd been told to inform the police?
Yes, but who by? Who told her?
The man who phoned later, pretending to be her husband.
That's what I'm getting at. If some other man decided to kill her, wouldn't he make sure the police knew all about Stephen Kirby's threats?
It all seems possible.
Take the disposal of the body. What car was used? We know it wasn't the family saloon.
Well, it must have been driven by the murderer, sir.
And if Stephen Kirby was the murderer, he used another car. So he'd have to abandon it before he went to the hospital. No abandoned car has been found.
But his cigarette case was found near the body, wasn't it?
Yes, I never liked that. Now, listen. Kirby told me it was a present from his old boss. When he retired, he kept it in a drawer, never used it.
Why not?
Because he gave up smoking 5 years ago.
Oh, then the cigarette case was a plant, sir.
Yes, a very clumsy one, too. Taken from the drawer in Kirby's room after the murder. There were other men in Grace Kirby's life, and any one of them might have murdered her.
I don't get it, sir. You pull in Stephen Kirby with a clear-cut case against him. Then you do your best to show he didn't do it.
There'll be more surprises before we're through with this case, Coates. Someone wanted us to arrest Kirby for the murder, and we've done it. Now, we may have the murderer off guard.
But you'd be so clever Why do a stupid thing like planting that cigarette case?
Oh, conceit, possibly. He's so sure he won't be caught that as a last gesture he wanted to let Kirby off the hook to show he'd been framed.
Very puzzling, sir.
I've heard you say that before, Sergeant.
So have I. Now, suppose we go over to see the Lomases,
No,
eh?
you can't suspect them, sir.
I suspect anyone who tells me lies. And I've an idea they know more about what happened on the night of the murder than they've told us so far. Come on, let's see what we can do with the curtains.
I can't see why you want to go over all the details again, Inspector. We've already told you everything we know.
Have you, Mr. Lomas? Then perhaps I can tell you one or two things. There have been developments, you know.
We have Stephen Kirby in custody.
Poor devil.
He doesn't need your sympathy. He needs your help.
How can we help him?
Why not tell us what really happened on the night of the murder, Mrs. Lomas?
Why should you have been so concerned on that particular night? Just because you failed to get a reply when you phoned at 10:30 p.m.
We just were. You can't really explain these things.
Didn't you assume the most likely thing, that the Kirbys had gone to bed and wouldn't answer?
They never went to bed before midnight.
But you kept on phoning until 2 o'clock in the morning. Then you went round there. Why?
Were you expecting something might happen? Or were you afraid it was going to?
No, of course we weren't.
You said your sister intended staying in when you phoned her at 7.
Yes.
But she might have changed her mind between then and 10:30 when you phoned again. Yet you said you knew she stayed in all night. How did you know?
Well,
I'll tell you, Mrs. Lomas. You remember saying you used Turner's car hire service because you haven't a car of your own?
That's right. We used it to drive over to the Kirbys at 2:15 a.m. and then on to the police station.
I've checked with the company on other hirings, Mr. Lomas, and I find you hired a car that night at 9 p.m. and visited Grace Kirby alone. The car drove you back home at 10 p.m. That is right, isn't it?
Yes.
Then why haven't you told us about it before?
I didn't think it mattered.
That was for us to judge. You knew Grace Kirby intended staying in because you had arranged to see her between 9 and 10 p.m.
Yes, I did go and see her.
Then I want a couple of answers from you. 1, why did you go? And 2, why phone her at 10:30 when you got back home? Or was that to make your wife believe she was still alive?
Of course it wasn't. Grace was alive when I left her. I swear she was.
I think you'd better explain everything, John.
Well, we're waiting, Mr. Lomas.
All right. Grace Kirby offered to set me up in business.
After selling out her husband?
We didn't know that at first. We thought she had plenty of money, and that she was doing it for me as much as for John. So John went over at 9 o'clock to talk about it.
But she'd already told my wife on the phone that she'd sold out Steve to finance me. She joked about transferring her money and her affection.
Were you surprised?
No, disgusted. I went over to tell her so. I knew her habit of collecting men, and I wasn't going to be one of them.
He decided he couldn't take the money after hearing what she'd done to Stephen.
And after hearing what Stephen had threatened to do to her.
I didn't think he'd kill her, but I wasn't risking it. I tried to get her to change her mind, but she laughed and said she'd already done it. I was disgusted. I walked out on her.
He got home about 10:30. He was so upset that I decided to phone Grace. But if anyone could make her change her mind, it was me.
So the point you're both making is that the call at 10:30 was to try and make her change her mind?
Yes, but there was no reply.
And your reason for not telling us this part of the story before is that you didn't think it mattered.
That's right.
Mrs. Lomas, you needed that money from your sister desperately. Haven't your husband just become redundant in his job?
What of it?
Well, suppose you're lying, Mr. Lomas. Suppose Grace Kirby had changed her mind about financing you. Then instead of going to plead for Stephen, you really went to plead your own case. And when Grace Kirby refused...
Are you suggesting I killed her? Well, are you?
All right, Mr. Lomas, all right. Calm down. No one's accused anyone yet. I'm only after the facts. Now, Stephen's threats to kill his wife. Did one of you advise her to inform the police?
Well, that's the last thing we do. We didn't think he meant it.
But someone advised her to ring the police, and if you were the only ones who knew...
Well, it wasn't me and it wasn't Mary, so don't try to put the blame on us.
But if someone wanted Grace Kirby out of the way, you both agree that Stephen left himself wide open for them to pin the blame on him.
Yes. Yes, Yes, we see that.
And you needed money, didn't you?
Now, don't start that again.
I'm just telling you your good luck. Grace Kirby made a will.
She did.
There was only one person she gave a damn for. Her sister Mary. And you're the sole beneficiary.
No.
Now Grace Kirby's dead, you'll have more money than you need, won't you? And you won't have to plead with her for it.
That's monstrous.
What are you suggesting, Inspector?
Oh, nothing. Except that you'd better think things over pretty carefully. And then, if you remember some other details you didn't think mattered, perhaps you'll let me know about them. That's all. Come on, Coates. Yes, Coates, they're frightened, both of them. And frightened people start remembering things for their own protection.
You suspect the Lomases, then?
I suspect everyone, even if it only shakes them into cooperation. Now, Stephen Kirby didn't phone the police just before the murder, so it must have been the real murderer, agreed?
Yes, to frame him.
And at that time, John Lomas was either with his wife, or he was in a hired car on his way home. That is, from what they told us.
We've only got their word for it.
Yes, I know. But John Lomas doesn't drive anymore. He hires cars. And you don't dump bodies from hired cars.
Then they're in the clear.
Oh, no. He's still capable of driving a car to pinch. So we'll treat their story with a big helping of salt. Apart from what Lomas told us about Grace Kirby collecting men. That's interesting. We may have to go through the whole collection before we find what we want.
How much longer can we hold Stephen Kirby?
You mean without charging him?
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. There are technical charges. Well, there's fraud, for instance. Obtaining free board and lodging at Wilbury Hospital under false pretenses.
Evening, Inspector.
Hello, Sergeant. Oh, you're looking very cheerful.
Some good news for you, sir.
Oh, the kettle's boiling, is it?
Oh, better than that, sir. We've had patrol cars out questioning drivers along the road where the body was found, and one of them saw a car parked near the hospital between 10:30 and midnight on the night of the murder. A red sports car.
A red sports car, eh?
Yes,
What about that, Coates?
Do they get the numbers, Sergeant?
Oh, no. They had no reason to.
No, of course they hadn't. But it was a red sports car, Coates. That's something, eh?
Yes, I suppose so, sir.
Well, don't rupture yourself with enthusiasm, man. Suppose it was a special red sports car, the one Grace Kirby used to own.
Isn't that too much to expect?
Not in this case, it isn't. Come on, let's go and talk to Stephen Kirby.
Do you think he used it?
No, but we can get the registration number of his wife's car from him. And then we'll find out who owns it now.
But it may not be the same car.
Then we've lost nothing. But if it is, oh, what a lead that might give us.
Right, thanks very much. Okay, I'll do that.
Well, Coates, now what have you got to say? I knew my hunch was a good one.
Oh, no, come, officer. The last thing you expected was that the car still belonged to Mrs. Kirby. But it still doesn't prove it was the car parked near the hospital.
No, but it does prove that Grace Kirby lied when she said she'd sold it. Now then, why did she lie?
I'll answer that with another surprise. She relicensed it only 3 weeks ago.
Nice work, Coates. She wasn't using it, yet she hung onto it and relicensed it. Why? And where is it now?
It'll take some finding, being in her name.
Well, depends where it is. Who do you think's been using it?
Stephen Kirby? John Lomas?
No, it's not been seen around. But whoever's using it did so with Grace Kirby's approval on her license, so it's bound to be a man.
Why's that, sir?
Well, because she collected them, Sergeant. So the answers we want are all in her private life.
And how do we get the sordid details, sir?
From the only person she liked, the only one she confided in.
Her sister?
Exactly. I'll handle her. I want Grace Kirby's affairs gone through with a fine-tooth comb, and I don't mean her love affairs. Get to know all you can about that business deal, Coates.
Yes, sir.
Start with the man who bought the business. Find out who negotiated it. And then we'll know how she completed the deal without her husband knowing.
Wouldn't a bank statement give a clue?
Yes, maybe, so check them. Check her accountant, her solicitor, anyone who might have had a hand in the transaction. I've a feeling there was more behind it than just trying to break her husband.
Anything else?
Well, isn't it enough? The family business was bought by Martin Graham Limited. You'll find the address in the files.
Yes, sir.
And Coates,
Yeah?
don't go talking to the office boy.
I won't, sir.
This was a big deal. You want Martin Graham himself.
All right, sir.
Very well, Miss Tedworth. You can send the gentleman in now. I think he's waited long enough. Come in.
Good morning, Mr. Graham.
Close the door and sit down, please.
Huh? Oh, thank you.
Now, you're a police officer and you're interested in a business transaction involving the purchase by my company of the Wilbury Engineering Company.
Yeah. How did you know?
An Inspector Webb phoned to say that you were on your way.
Oh, he did he?
But I don't see what on earth it's got to do with the police, so you'd better convince me.
All right, Mr. Graham. The person you bought the Wilbury Engineering Company from has since been murdered.
Murdered? Well, the check I sent to buy the company has since been cashed, so you'll see I hadn't any motive. Now, what are you here to accuse me of?
Suppose you let me ask the questions, Mr. Graham?
By all means, so long as you don't waste too much of my time.
I want all the details of the transaction.
I can assure you they were perfectly straightforward.
Then it won't take very long, will it? Now, was the deal put through in shares, cash, or what?
Strictly cash. A complete takeover paid in full.
Wasn't that rather unusual?
No, not really. The Wilbury Engineering Company was under single ownership. I knew its trading record pretty well as a rival concern. It was a bargain, and a cash deal suited me fine.
And you paid by check to Mrs. Kirby?
No, I never even met Mrs. Kirby.
But you bought her business, didn't you?
I bought the Wilbury Engineering Company, not a personal property. All negotiations were carried out at their request through an intermediary.
Who was that?
Oh, a representative of a business broking firm, Mather and Clifton. Very reputable people.
Then you made your check out to Mather and Clifton?
No. I was asked to make it payable to J.R. Cooper.
But you never met J.R. Cooper either?
It wasn't necessary. Mather and Clifton passed on my check, and it's since been cashed, or paid in anyway.
Into which bank?
I've no idea. I can easily find out.
You've no idea who J.R. Cooper was?
I didn't have to know. The papers were legally signed, and the transaction went through without a hitch. J.R. Cooper could easily be Mrs. Kirby's solicitor, for all I know.
But you're not sure?
No, but you can easily find out, can't you? And you can rest assured that the Wilbury Engineering Company was bought and paid for, without any shadow of doubt.
There's not a shadow of doubt, Mrs. Lomas, that someone else was in that business deal with your sister.
Well, it was neither of us, was it, Mary?
Then you won't know what became of the money she got for it.
I'm not interested in the money, Inspector.
Ah, but we are, Mrs. Lomas. We want to know where it's gone.
Isn't it in her private account?
It never was. It was paid into the account of J.R. Cooper.
And then withdrawn 2 days later.
J.R. Cooper? I've never heard of him.
So you think it's a him? A man?
I don't know. I just said
now,
that...
come on, Mrs. Lomas. Your sister's dead. Someone killed her. We've got to find out who.
And the only way we'll find out is from her private life, Mrs. Lomas.
Then you're in for a pretty sordid story.
Then let's forget the niceties and begin with the men, Mrs. Lomas. There were men, weren't there?
I can't talk about her like this. It's not right.
It wouldn't be right to keep quiet. One of those men killed her.
Tell her, Mary. It's the best thing.
She couldn't help being attractive. Men ran after her. They'd do anything for her.
But later, in her 40s, they didn't come running anymore, eh?
Oh, that was the tragedy. She couldn't face it. She still wanted attention. She'd always had secret affairs, weekends away.
Then her men found someone younger, so Grace had to do the same.
John!
You can't cover up her any more, Mary.
No, I suppose not. She was always boasting about her boyfriends and weekends they had, right up until...
To her being killed?
Yes, right up until then.
But she never gave you details, huh? Who the men were, where these weekends took place?
No, I wasn't a keeper. I was just someone who had to be told. It seemed to help her justify things.
But that wasn't the only reason. Grace didn't want you to know that she did the paying. She had to have young men, and they cost her plenty.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Lomas, but you know all this is true, don't you?
Yes. Yes, it's true. It was rather pathetic. She'd been so attractive. She finished up paying for attention.
The pattern's what we expected. Her private bank account shows she drew large sums of money at regular intervals.
To use on her boyfriend?
Yes, but unfortunately, cash isn't traceable.
So you won't be able to find them?
We'd hoped you could help. There's one other chance. In Grace Kirby's bank returns, I found 2 checks. Each were just a few pounds. They were both dated on Saturdays and both made out to J.R. Cooper.
But we don't know of her associating with any J.R. Cooper. So how does that help you?
Well, Saturdays were the days she always had plenty of cash, but on 2 weekends she may have overspent. She hadn't enough cash to give her boyfriends, so she made out checks instead.
Well, can't you trace them being paid into his bank account?
No, someone cashed them for him. Probably over a bar. When we find that person, he'll know J.R. Cooper, all right. He'll be a regular who runs a red sports car.
Yeah, that's right, sir. I often oblige the regulars by cashing the odd check for them. So long as it's only for a few quid, of course.
You remember these, then? They went through your bank account?
Not mine, the brewery's. But I cashed them, if that's what you mean.
Take a look at this photograph. Ever seen this woman before?
Oh, face looks familiar. Yes, I have seen her. She came in here with Jimmy.
Jimmy Cooper?
Oh, I wouldn't know his other name. I just know him as Jimmy.
But you have seen him in here with this woman, eh?
Oh, often. She comes down from London, I think, for a crafty weekend. She was in here with him a week or two ago.
And Jimmy's the man you cashed these checks for?
Yeah, that's right. Of course it is, now you mention it. Are they going to bounce it?
There's no danger of that. Anything else you know about him?
No, he's just a regular, that's all. Comes in most lunchtimes, may pull in any time now.
Pull in? He drives a car, does he?
Ah, smart little job. He's had it about 3 months.
Red sports car?
That's right.
Right, thanks. Oh, don't let him know we've been asking about him, will you?
Oh, I'm not daft. I know a copper when I see one.
That why he gave the right answer?
What do you think? I don't want to get mixed up in anything.
You're very wise. Oh, we'll pick him up outside. Save you any embarrassment.
Oh, thank you, sir. Very thoughtful of you.
What next, sir?
We wait here until closing time.
And if he doesn't show up?
Then we'll have every policeman in the town looking for that car.
I think he's going to save us all that trouble. This looks like the car now.
That's it, all right. Come on, Coates. Let's tackle him now. Mr. Cooper?
Eh?
J.R. Cooper. That is you, isn't it?
You're up the wrong tree, mate. My name's Wilson. Jimmy Wilson.
But it's Cooper when you cash checks in the pub here.
Huh?
J.R. Cooper. And one of them's just bounced.
Oh, is that all?
You expecting something else? Something more serious?
What? No, of course I wasn't. Why should I?
You tell us that. You're going for a drive, Mr. Wilson. In our car this time. And we'll stop at your flat or wherever it is you live.
Oh, now, just a minute. You can't arrest me for passing a dud check. I didn't know it was done.
Perhaps not. But we know enough to have got a warrant. And that warrant says we can search your flat. Now, are you coming quietly, as they say?
Don't have any choice, do I? Come on, let's get it over.
Nothing in the sideboard drawers.
What's the idea? What are you looking for? I'm afraid I'm fresh out of cannabis.
Just a routine check, Mr. Wilson. Before we get down to the serious business, try the small desk, Coates.
You said serious business.
Oh, yes, did I?
What serious business?
You can wait.
Nothing here, sir.
Try the pigeonholes, Coates.
Look, I want to know, what are you here for?
Now, take it easy. If you've done nothing, you've nothing to worry about, have you?
Softening me up. That's what you're trying to do. Trying to get me nervous.
Now, why should we want to do that? We're just ordinary police officers doing our job.
I've got it, sir.
Got what?
A bank statement, Jimmy. What name's it in, Coates?
Wilson, sir. And it's some statement. Look how much there is there.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Where did you get it from, Wilson?
You nosy lot. I won it.
When? Last week?
Yes.
Now, come off it. This item was paid in by check. And it's a big item, too. And it was made out by J.R. Cooper. He drew the same amount from a private account on the same day.
So what? It was a business deal.
A minute ago, you said you'd won it.
That was just an expression.
It was a lie. Because you're J.R. Cooper, aren't you? Now, would you like to tell me the truth for a change?
Now, look here.
Why did you kill Grace Kirby?
You're kidding. I've never even heard of her.
She signed checks for you. Visited the pub with you. Spent weekends with you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Can I see the logbook for your car?
Eh?
Your car logbook?
Oh, I haven't got it.
No, you never had it. Because it's not your car. You borrowed it.
Yes, that's right.